trust him to help him with the case. But we are saying, move this case to Brekete. Go back to Brekete. Whatever rift you have with the Brekete, settle it. Go back to Brekete. Then let the public be speaking to the Brekete. If Brekete need anything, in which I know he will never ask for the public to support financially for anything, let him ask himself. We will support Brekete. You are not going back there. But the family don't want to, even if they go back to Brekete, they don't want to submit totally to any foundation. They will want to select something for the foundation to fight for. And if the foundation is doing that part, the other part is not being done, we will now still be clamoring for something else again out there. Why is this one not done? Why don't you just submit totally to Brekete and let everybody be hoping on Brekete? Why is Baba not doing that? Why is it that every time they have anybody to help them, they will be picking on something that you can help them with, whereas we that want to help you with everything. Somebody will come and say, I have a lawyer that can help you with this and that. You will say, no, bring that lawyer, we will give him what to do for us. It's not done that way. If you need help and you need public support, you need to listen to the public. But insider.
Mo bẹ̀yẹ̀ ìyá mi ọjọ́ ọlọ́run á fi lọ́kọ̀ balẹ̀ ohun bí oníṣẹ̀lẹ̀ sí gbogbo wa ẹjọ́ mo bẹ̀ lọ́pọ̀ tí wà lórí kíní bọ̀dá láti kí tó wá sí kíní ìkọ̀ọ̀kan ọmọ ọkùnrin á tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ the same topic ẹ̀ṣọ́ yẹ kí Mr. Mi wá kúrò mo fẹ́ pé bọ̀dá láti àárọ̀ bọ̀ mi ìráyè mo busy ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe òtítọ́ àti òdodo òtítọ́ àti òdodo ló ń gbórílẹ̀-èdè lókè. And I respect to Ọba Ramsey saying it. Even though I sọ pé orúkọ Ọba rẹ̀ ọdẹ wa mú òun ò bẹ̀rù. Ìgbà wo ni máa kó everybody mi ò ní kú kọ́lọ̀ fún wa lẹ́nu ilẹ̀ ló máa lọ. Kọ́lọ̀ fún wa lẹ́nu gbogbo àtàláfíà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, aláìsá ẹ̀mí ìgboyà tọ́lọ̀ ní ká ní nìyẹn. Yeah, bàbá mi, I respect you for that. This is the first time I sọ lórí any platform lélẹ́yìí. And I respect you for that. Ẹ má máa jẹ́ káwọn ẹ̀ máa fuel nǹkan tí ò sí. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ni mo bẹ̀ ìtara ọmọ ló ń ṣe yín. Ọlọ́run adé fi wá ní adélẹ̀ lérí mo bẹ̀ yín.
Àyẹ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ ni tó ń ṣe kàkàmà gbárùkù tí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ó kú oore ní ìmọ́lẹ̀.
Wọ́n bí mi ni mo dúró oore tí kọ̀kọ̀ sọ́wọ́ mi tí ò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Tọ́jú ìlísà, wọ́n kọ́ dẹ̀bẹ̀ sí kọ́ndé màá yí ara wọn.
Ọlọ́run bá ènìyàn ní àwòrán ara rẹ̀. Àwòrán ara rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ni gbogbo wa jẹ́ whatever form whatever way. Ọlọ́run ló dá gbogbo wa.
Ẹjọ́ 10 minutes to go.
Okay ma, okay sir. So ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ conclusion ẹ jẹ́ ká wá bá ṣe máa unite. Kò tí ẹ ti bẹ́ ṣe fẹ́ unite àwọn alámì ò ní síbẹ̀. Àwọn alámì yẹn ló yẹ ká máa gbógun tì. Àwọn ọ̀tá anti justice ló yẹ ká máa ṣépè fún ká máa bájà. Kò ń ṣe Mr. Mi wà bí every bad person.
I slap up ní o.
Yeah, God bless you. Ẹjọ́ ìyá mi á dá fún yín ẹ ṣé gan.
It's not where I intentionally my bash Mr. Muiwa, but we just felt these things. There are some necessary things that were supposed to have been done. And this thing is getting on our nerves. It's giving us sleepless nights. A lot of things. Only anybody go but I kò sẹ́ni tó mọ níbi tó máa já sí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ ẹni tó kàn ọmọ ọlọ́pàá tó lọ mú tì kò yẹ pé bí ọmọ Mohbad rí àbí anything ó dẹ̀ ní bébí nílé even with that
God bless you.
Saying that we should go and be fighting government. Muiwa said that yesterday at Olori Ebi platform that we should go and be fighting government.
Ìbínú náà jẹ́ mọ̀ pé ìtẹ́ ọba bínú máa ń mú nǹkan tí ò ṣe wáyé máa ń bínú. Ẹ ó yé mi ní ìsọpọ̀ yẹ kó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìbínú máa ń gbé nǹkan wá bí ọ̀nà ìyá mi mo tún gbẹ̀dẹ̀ mi ò mọ anybody rí ṣùgbọ́n kí nǹkan ká lè lọ sí ilẹ̀ lérí kọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe justice yẹn jọ mo fi ọ̀nà ọlọ́run gbóhùn mi rí mo máa ń gbóhùn gbogbo yín calm down ọlọ́run á gbàkóso ìgbọ́n tí a bá máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣóògùn mo máa sọ fún Mr. Lati ẹ máa fi àdúrà síwájú kéèyàn fi ṣí gbogbo ìdíwọ́ ìdènà gbogbo tó máa mú jà àwọ̀ èdèàìyedè tá a bá parí session yìí on a good note kí ni way forward ó kẹ́yìn àwọn kan tó máa lọ gba kíní wá tó máa lè ṣe behind the scene ẹ̀kọ́ tíìmọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá Gùrẹ́sì àti Mr. àwọn tó máa yàn sí that's it way it should be adé máa tún fàdúrà ràn án lọ́wọ́ mo tún bẹ̀yìn ṣe ìyá mi dáadáa tẹ̀yìn bàbá mi dáadáa ẹ jẹ́jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù ọlọ́run àgbàkóso àdìgbàjọ́ sì fi fún wa it is well with you all Jesus name.
ṣé ẹ máa ń ṣe gbọ́dọ̀.
Thank you.
Ọba wàhálà o kò sí wàhálà máa pàdé lálẹ́.
No problem.
Ṣé mo máa jáde lálẹ́ àbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, èmi ò lè stọ́ọ̀pù àní tó bá gbé mi bọ́. Mo ti sọ mi ò lè sọ ọ́ tó bá ní public lawyer. Tó bá ní public lawyer lè sẹ́ndì lọ́yà wa. Tó bá ti gbé mi, don't send any lawyer come to me abeg. Ẹ fi bá tí wọ́n lẹ̀. Èmi máa sọ fún wọn ní bọ́ pé kan gbé fún fún mi. Ẹ pàtó ọwọ́ yín kò ju yẹn lọ. Àràtẹ́ bá fẹ́ dá ẹ̀dá ẹ̀wọ̀n tẹ máa dá kí n lọ ṣé kí n bọ́ tá ń bẹ̀ kò ju yẹn lọ. Pé màá máa bẹ̀ dé tẹ́lá kan máa ka ọ̀rọ̀ lé mi lórí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ mo ò lè kó jẹ mọ́. So ìtọ́ ń balẹ̀ kó padà sẹ́ni. Wọ́n ní ká má bọ̀ pamọ́. Bọ̀ pamọ́. So tó bá jẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè ta ti sọ lẹ́yìn torí ẹ̀ fi ń wá ìní ọba arọ ní skẹ́ẹ̀dì anything you like do am ẹ̀wọ̀n na prison kò ju yẹn lọ. Ọjọ́ tó ti ń kọ́ prison lọ ti kọ́ pé èèyàn lọ máa kọ́ síbẹ̀. Ọjọ́ tó ti ń kọ́ zoo lọ ti ẹ̀rọ lọ́wọ́ máa kọ́ síbẹ̀. I don't know why tó dẹ̀ fi di threatening kò dẹ̀ sí gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹ fi ràn wá lóró ni tó bá tó àsìkò election àfi èké sí i bẹ́ẹ̀ dílé mi síbẹ̀ tó bá tó 2027 tó bá tó time election bọ̀ a máa bọ́ta ẹgbà kan tí mo sọ fún yín.
Ọba ṣoṣù ọ̀pọ̀ máa dìbò ní 2027 ṣá. Ṣoṣù ọ̀pọ̀ máa dìbò ní 2027 ṣé wọ́n ti ra jókòó pa.
Ọwọ́ ara wọn náà máa fi bàlújẹ́ fúnra wọn.
Ṣoṣù àwọn ti ra jókòó pa báyìí mi rò pé wọ́n máa ṣẹlẹ́jọ́ wọ́n ti ra gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà pa o. Èmi ò rò pé bó máa wà o.
Láti ṣiṣẹ́ ọlọ́dọ̀ ká ṣiṣẹ́. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́. Olùagbára, èmi ò fọ́ ní ìkẹ́bẹ̀rù. Ọjọ́ bá ti wọlé ẹ máa bọ̀ wá.
Tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé tó bá jẹ́ pé bọ́ ṣe ń báṣì Tinubu gbàgbòs tó ń báṣì Tinubu gbàgbòs bàbá mi bàbá alárùbáríkà ọba Ifẹ̀ yẹn bàbá alùbáríkà tẹ́pà wá ti mọ̀ wọ́n nígbà tí àti ẹ̀ tí jẹ́ nǹkan kan nínú ayé nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn ti wù sílẹ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ tó wà lẹ́yìn even when he was in his office tó ń run office wọn tó ní àwọn ọmọ lẹ́yìn wọn rẹpẹtẹ ìyẹn bàmánu ọba Ifẹ̀ yìí títí tí bàbá yẹn fi di ọba tí àwọn òyìnbó èébú tí wọ́n bú bàbá yẹn ló wà lọ́lọ́kọ́ yẹn tó pé èébú tí wọ́n bú bàbá yẹn ìyàrá tí ó bọ̀dì bó ṣe ìjọsí ọba Tinubu tó ìyàrá tí ó bọ̀dì.
Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ní ọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba ọba máa jókòó báyìí tó máa bu lójú ẹ̀ ní tí bá ti parọ́. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ọba máa dúró báyìí tó máa bu tó tún máa náwó fáwọn tó ń bu. I swear to Almighty God àwọn tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú wọ́n máa sọ̀kọ́ ní ọ̀dọ̀ tàwa ìran ọba lọ́la lójú ọba báyọ̀ máa tún ọba palace ọdún ọba kọ tó bá dé ọba máa bọ́ tàwa bá wọn ní palace ó máa gbọ́ tilẹ̀ ó máa tún fún wọn lówó ó máa dúró bá ọjà wọn máa bu gbogbo ètò tó ń bu yẹn ó máa lọ máa mú lò ìran ọba ló ń bú nílẹ̀ Yorùbá protocol tí ó sì ní tí protocol bá wà ní kò yẹ kó le tó ìrara èmi ò tẹ̀ fi ẹ̀ ẹjẹ́ ẹlẹ́niyẹn náà kí n láwọn ẹniyẹn náà kí bá ti láwọn ẹniyẹn máa mọ next thing tí n bá ti láwọn ẹniyẹn ẹbọ lẹ́bẹ̀ kò sí kankan ẹ bá gbé mi fúnra yín ni I swear to God tí public yẹn àbá wà ẹ̀yẹ̀rọ wá bọ̀ pé ẹ máa lọ lọ́yà ẹ máa lọ lọ́yà rẹ dìbò ẹ lè lọ́wọ́ pé kọ́ bá dọ̀ mí o
kí wọ́n mi lọ ṣe DNA test ẹ̀dẹ̀bẹ̀ sí
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o ikú kí ló pa ọmọ yìí
Mohbad láwọn èèyàn béèrè specific àwọn èèyàn ẹ lọ́wọ́ arrest àwọn èèyàn.
ìjọba sọ Mohbad ní ìjọba tọrọ bára lò mo ò fi tọrọ bára lọ́wọ́ anybody ní ìwọ́rú bí ẹ̀mọ èèyàn táwọn èèyàn bá fún lówó máa ń wù wọ́n ni ṣọdásá ní ìwọ́rú bí ẹ̀mọ èèyàn pé fi dandan fún lówó ṣọdásá tẹ bá gbé mi ẹ má ràn lọ́yà wà kókó ní ìsọtọ́ bá ní public lọ́yà mi sọ́mọ́ jọba rọ̀mọ̀ wá ẹni tó wá wù yẹrọ lọ́yà wà ní tó wà láfíà don't send any lawyer come to me pẹ̀kọ́ wá gíláàsì déèlì ni ní ìgbà anybody ṣẹjọ́ mi dẹ̀ ní tọwọ́ bọ̀wé tó bá gbé mi ní òní tọwọ́ bọ̀wé mo lè kọ́ everything is kọ́lẹ̀
ṣé Mohbad máa ń kó jímọ̀ ni.
kí ló pa Mohbad láyé
tó wọ́n pa ẹran àti gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ tó 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 sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni àwọn tó kọ̀ sí ìtọ́kasì náà rí kọ́kọ́ ṣe sí.
ẹ̀dẹ̀ bí àwọn ọmọ tí ẹ̀ ń ṣàwọn ẹlẹ́ni káàkiri ẹ̀ ń ṣàwọn kiri kí ló pa Mohbad what kill Mohbad who kill Mohbad DNA is needed nǹkan tá a béèrè nìyẹn òun ló di kó máa káwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ káàkiri kó máa arrest àwọn.
ó ní ẹ̀rọ bí ẹ̀rí pọ́ìntì kan fún yín nǹkan kan wà ní ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó fi ń ṣàgbọ́ ọmọ yẹn nǹkan kan wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí ó kókò tí ó fẹ́ mọ́ mo lè mọ̀ kọ́ ọlọ́wọ́ àgbàgbára lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
agbára Ọlọ́run.
ó wà níbẹ̀ nǹkan tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sọ fún akọ́jẹ́ ká mọ̀ nǹkan tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sọ síta they should come out and tell us what is there kọ́sọ̀ nǹkan yẹn fún wa náà ní àti nínú constitution Nigeria there is freedom of speech lọ́sọ̀ fún wa there is freedom of speech somebody that came out and start bullying people that use their.
ẹni tó ní kọ́ máa lọ Mohbad ní ìsìn ṣó jẹ̀bi pé òun lọ́wọ́ wọn ń ṣe ṣé òun kọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn ń ṣe ní sí kò tí fojú wọn pé òun lọ́wọ́ wọn ń ṣe tó kọ́ fi pa Mohbad ṣé òun kọ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn ń ta ni.
ẹni tó ń lọ àwọn tó ń lọ Mohbad káàkiri wọn arrest wọn tí wọ́n mọ́lé wọn tí wọ́n mọ́lé kán wà ní tìmọ́lé up till now wọ́n rìn fandafanda kiri wọ́n gba Mẹ́kà lọ káṣọ wá ìtàn kókó.
wọ́n pe Ọlọ́run lẹ́jọ́ ni wọ́n sọ pé kò sí Ọlọ́run ni.
títí tó ń sọ pé ẹni bàbá ẹ̀ ló rà wọ́n ṣe.
wọ́n ní kò sí Ọlọ́run tó fọwọ́ agbára ní àwa ọmọ mẹ̀kúnnù lára.
wọ́n kún má sáàtì mọ́lé àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tí wọ́n bọ̀tà tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa justice for Mohbad pé kí rẹ̀ má ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn náà ló ń kó tó ń tì mọ́lé.
wọ́n wá Bukky Jesse olórí wọ́n wá Bukky Jesse ó tí ó tẹ̀ tọ́ síbọ̀ ó tọ́tọ́ kalẹ̀ ní kó máa sọ fún wọn àti yẹn ká pé káàtì yẹn ká fi wọ́n pé Bukky Jesse ni
Bukky Jesse òun bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní kó máa parọ́ mọ́ Bukky Jesse ẹni káwọn èèyàn kó máa parọ́ mọ́ra wọn pé tó bá ti lè sọ pé òun mọ Bukky Jesse rí àbó òun bá Bukky Jesse rí òun máa fi lẹ́rọ̀ dẹ̀ ni wọ́n fẹ́ fi kó bọ̀ ọmọ ẹni ẹlẹ́ni lẹ́sẹ̀ ni even nọ́mbà tó ń sọ pé wọ́n rí lórí fóònù ẹ̀ yẹn kò sí nọ́mbà kankan lórí fóònù ẹ̀ kò sí nọ́mbà Bukky Jesse kankan lórí fóònù àyàmí káàdé Bukky Jesse lóhùn ò bá sọ̀rọ̀ rí nǹkan tó ṣàwọn ni pé wọ́n ṣàwọ́ràn sáwọn ẹlẹ́ni lẹ́sẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ bí àwọn ọmọ ti yín ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń sùn ẹ̀ ń jí ẹ̀ ń bọ́ sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ẹ̀ ń sùn ẹ̀ ń jí ẹ̀ ń wọ́ràn sáwọn ẹlẹ́ni lẹ́sẹ̀ pé kí wọ́n ṣe parọ́ ẹ̀ mọ́ wọn lẹ́sẹ̀ ọkàn yín dẹ̀ balẹ̀ lé lórí ẹ̀dẹ̀ rò pé ẹ̀ ní jẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀.
ìrọ̀rùn lọ́lọ́run láṣẹ bá lè bá ìrọ̀rùn lọ́lọ́run máa bá àtúntàgbà àmọ̀ pé bíjọba ti ní ìparí àmọ̀ pé bọ́bá ìṣèjọba Tinubu lè ká tó máa pariwo pé bọ́bá wa dìbò fún bàbá àmọ̀ pàrà tẹ́bà tí wá máa dáre ìwọ ààrẹ ní àárọ̀ ìtẹ́jú máa tírẹ́tì máa ṣe fídíò fún ìké sí tẹ́lí tí a kù tù mí mo máa ṣe ẹgbàá kan tí mo sọ fún yín mo máa ṣe fídíò with my full body wọ́n á gbé kámẹ́rà ní o tí ì ṣetán màá gbé kámẹ́rà sí lámi lára yes kò ní bàjẹ́ máa kó tìṣọ ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ ìmọ̀dá ìtàkùsọ̀
lẹ́yìn lánàá ó lọ sórí platform Papariano èpè burúkú ni mo gbéṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀ kò ní bàjẹ́ lórí platform Papariano lálẹ́ àná èpè burúkú lálẹ́ gbéṣẹ́.
ṣé Túndé ṣé Àyàbádé Yínká ṣó mọ Bukky Jesse rí ni.
kò mọ rí Bukky Jesse sọ pé òun náà mọ.
mi ò rò pé ó pè ní nọ́mbà ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ rí.
kò pé rí wọ́n parọ́ pa àwọn rí nọ́mbà ẹ̀ lórí.
nọ́mbà wo bó ló ti rí nọ́mbà kọ́ pílẹ̀tì nọ́mbà ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó ṣe screenshot nọ́mbà yẹn kọ́ screenshot nọ́mbà yẹn kọ́ wá pílẹ̀tì ẹ̀ fáwọn rí lórí fóònù ẹ̀ tó gbé rí ẹ̀ jáde. Ọlọ́run wà o gbogbo wọn ń pe Ọlọ́run lẹ́jọ́ ni wọ́n ní kí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ ṣe ni Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ ṣe mẹ́wàá.
àwọn tí wọ́n lè jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà dá nìyẹn àwọn ọ̀tá tó ń ba Nàìjíríà jẹ́ nìyẹn.
ẹni yòówù tó nágbára tí ò bá jẹ nínú gbogbo wọn ń ṣe Ọlọ́run ọba wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pe Ọlọ́run lọ́jọ́ ni ọ̀rọ̀ tó bọ̀ wà lẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run máa dá sí
ọ̀nà máa wú dáadáa bá bínú ó tó yẹ kó ń pààyàn ó ń pẹ́ lòmíì tí ọmọ ọba mú ọmú láyà èèyàn fọjọ́ kan fi tá ọjọ́ kejì báyìí ọmú yẹn máa ga sígbàyà èèyàn ni ẹmu ẹ ti mọ́lé ẹni tó ń fọmọ lọ́yàn 6 months ó ní bébì 6 months lọ́wọ́ ẹ lọ́mọ ẹ láti mọ́lé ìgbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé kán mú kán arrest Wùnmí gbà yẹn ẹni Wùnmí gbọ́mọ 5 months mọ́ sọ́wọ́ wọn ò lè arrest ẹ̀ ẹni wọn ò lè arrest ẹni tó gbọ́mọ 6 months sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ń síta lọ arrest ńkọ́ ẹni yẹn kọ́ ṣé animal ẹni yẹn ni ṣé igi ni ṣé kò kì í ṣèyàn bíi ti Wùnmí ni ẹ̀yin ìka burúkú yìí Ọlọ́run máa
àwọn tó bá Bukky Jesse ṣé wọn ọmọ bíi tí Bukky Jesse wà ní ṣé wọn ọmọ bíi tí Bukky Jesse wà ní ṣé kí lọ́ọ́ polúkọ ẹ̀ ṣé Àyàmádé Yínká ṣó wà ní ìlú tí Bukky Jesse wà ní ṣèbí Nàìjíríà Àyàmádé Yínká wà àwọn tó wá Bukky Jesse ṣèbí wọ́n wà nítòsí ìlú tí Bukky Jesse wà ìwọ́n wà nítòsí ìlú tí Bukky Jesse wà wọ́n ṣe kọ́ petition Bukky Jesse níbẹ̀.
wáyé tẹ́ ẹ̀gún pléènì kẹ́ lọ bá Bukky Jesse.
wọ́n tiẹ̀ wà nítòsí ìlú tí Bukky Jesse wà wọ́n wà nítòsí ìlú tí Bukky Jesse wà ṣé wọ́n lọ fún birthday ni ìbọn lọ fún birthday wọ́n ṣẹ̀ wà nítòsí ibẹ̀ ìbọn wà nítòsí ibẹ̀ kí ló dé tó ṣe petition àbí kọ́ lo ìta kílẹ̀ máa ń pè ìtàbò kọ́ gbé Bukky Jesse táwọn báwọn káwọn lè ṣe.
Torí Bukky Jesse ó pààyàn àbófẹ́pọ̀ ń fẹ́ gba gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì lọ́wọ́ bàbá Tinubu ẹbẹ̀ sí níwọ̀n àwọn èèyàn káàkiri ẹbẹ̀ sí níwọ̀n àwọn èèyàn káàkiri àwọn òbí.
olórí pé ikú wo ló pa Mohbad ọmọlọ́mọ ṣe peaceful protest ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ pamọ́ ẹ tún gbé printer tó tún print aṣọ ẹ ṣe níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run báyìí ná ẹ̀jẹ̀ náà ń pe Ọlọ́run ó máa gbọ́.
àwọn èèyàn ò pe Ọlọ́run wọn ò pọ̀ sí Ọlọ́run èṣù náà ń sìn lórí tó máa sin Ọlọ́run wọn ò ní lọ máa ṣàwọn ọlọ́mọ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa justice wọn ò ní máa lọ máa ṣàwọn bí èṣù ti jọba sínú ayé wọn ẹ̀mí èṣù ló jọba sínú ayé wọn lọ́lọ́run ṣérú wọn yẹn ṣé wọ́n ní Ọlọ́run lọ́kàn wọn ò ní Ọlọ́run ọmọ kan tó ń pè lọ́lọ́run irú wọn ló máa di pé tó máa fẹ́ lọ sáàjì wọn á káṣọ wọn á san owó fún wọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì àgbówólẹ̀ wọn á gun plane wọn á lọ sí Mẹ́kà wọn á náà wọn lọ sí Mẹ́kà gbogbo inú wọn kẹ̀dẹ̀ kìkì bí ní ìgbẹ́ta.
gbogbo àjẹgbẹ̀yẹ tó níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ló lọ Mẹ́kà mọ́ ni tó gba tó lọ àjìyẹ ṣé ẹ̀rọ kó gbogbo wọn lọ ṣiṣẹ́ àràfà ni ẹ̀rọ kó gbogbo wọn lọ ṣiṣẹ́ àràfà nàbí wọ́n kàn gbọ́ pé wọ́n ń lọ àràfà wọ́n lọ ń ṣe yín àwọn useless set of people àwọn èèyàn ná gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀lé pọ́n káṣárà mi wọ̀ yẹn kí ẹ̀rọ kó gbogbo ọlọ́dọ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ àràfà ni àwọn ẹ̀rọ kó gbogbo wọn lọ sí Mẹ́kà nítorí Ọlọ́run ni. wọ́n ti gbé ṣù mí kọ́ tó lọ wọ́n wá lọ náà lọ tọrọ àṣẹgà tún láì lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run tẹ́ pé ó yẹ kí èrò pàṣẹ bánìyẹn gan ó yẹ kó tó ṣe ń sọ báyìí ó yẹ kó máa padà sọ́dọ̀ wọn ni.
àwọn Sam Larry Obele Owele àbí kí wọ́n pè wọ́n.
Yeah, I'm not even want to. I'm not here to know anybody. Me, they don't know me.
Ọmọ Mohbad yẹn títí tọ́mọ yẹn fi kú.
Káwọn náà máa kú mọ́ o. Wọ́n bá lo gbogbo agbára ayé tán. Wọ́n lò. Wọ́n wá gùn fáyé. Tẹ́ ẹ bá dàgbà, tẹ́ ẹ bá kú. Ajẹ́ kórí burúkú rẹ̀ máa ṣe. Ajá ọlọ́run máa rí mẹ́rin ajá àti ejò. Àwọn ẹranko wọ́n máa jẹ òkú yín.
Mo gbà yín tẹ lọ́wọ́ nínú Mohbad, bàtà tẹ lọ́wọ́ nínú Ilreoluwa. Ọlájídé ọmọ tó ṣẹ̀ṣà lọ́ba Abọ́sẹ̀dé. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ lọ́wọ́ nípò ọmọ yẹn ikú tẹ ní pọ́ ọmọ yẹn ọlọ́run máa fi pa gbogbo ọmọ yín gbogbo ọmọ tẹ bá lè kú òdì yín di láyé yín ikú tẹ fi pa Ilreoluwa láti méjì ọmọ tó ṣẹ̀ṣà lọ́ba irú ikú tẹ náà máa fi pa àwọn ọmọ yín kò ní fi ṣe ibi kíbi tẹ lè kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yín pa kò ní fi ṣe ibi tẹ lè kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yín pamọ́ sí irú ikú tẹ fi pa Mohbad yẹn á wá àwọn ọmọ yín níbi kíbi tẹ bá lọ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yín pamọ́ sí á wá àwọn débẹ̀ á pa àwọn ọmọ yín náà dànù gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ lọ́wọ́ nínú Ilreoluwa Ọlájídé ọmọ tó ṣẹ̀ṣà lọ́ba bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe máa rí fún àwọn ọmọ yín náà wọ́n ṣe máa pa ọmọ yín náà nípakúpa nìyẹn.
Ọlọ́run á pa wọ́n pakúpa tọmọtọmọ wọn ò ní kú sí bí ibi táṣọ wọn gbé wà ikú ẹ̀sìn náà máa kú gbogbo àwọn tó wọ́n lọ́wọ́.
ikú ẹ̀sìn lẹ máa kú gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ lọ́wọ́ nípò Ilreoluwa Ọlájídé ọmọ tó ṣẹ̀ṣà lọ́ba ikú ẹ̀sìn òun làwọn ọmọ yín máa kú ikú ẹ̀sìn lẹ́yìn tó máa kú irú tẹ́fi kájọ́ tẹ́fi ta Ọlájídé Ilreoluwa ọmọ tó ṣẹ̀ṣà lọ́ba irú kú yẹn náà làwọn ọmọ yín náà máa kú irúkú yẹn làwọn ọmọ yín máa kú.
á jìnnà sáwọn ọmọ wọn ní ráàánú ẹni tí ó ṣùgbọ́n àwọn wọn ní pàdé ẹ̀ lórúkọ Jésù àánú ó jìnnà sí wọn á jìnnà sáwọn ọmọ wọn
gbogbo ẹni tó lọ́wọ́ nukú Mohbad.
àdàbí tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ lè kó bímọ àdàbí tó bá jẹ́ pé bóyá iná ẹ̀ lè kó bímọ ẹ̀ tó kó bọnú òbò ọgbà ìgbẹ́kọ̀ wá sínú ikú Ilreoluwa Ọládìméjì ọmọ Joseph Aloba ọmọ Abọ́sẹ̀dé àdàbí tó bá jẹ́ pé iná ẹ̀ lè kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè kó tẹ́ ti bọnú òbò ìyàwó yín tó bímọ fún yín àdàbí tó bá pẹ́ ẹ̀ lè kó bẹ́ẹ̀ bí bàbá Mohbad sí bí Joseph Aloba ṣe lè kó tó fi bíjó Ilreoluwa Ọládìméjì ọmọ Aloba nìkan ló kù ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ ẹ bá lè kó bí Joseph Aloba bó ṣe lè kó tó bí Ilreoluwa Ọládìméjì ọmọ Joseph Aloba ọmọ Abọ́sẹ̀dé irú kú tẹ́ ti pa ọmọ yẹn òun ló máa fi pa gbogbo ọmọ tó jáde lára yín gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yẹn òun ló máa fi pa gbogbo ọmọ yẹn
gbogbo àwọn tó pa Mohbad tó kó àkókò láti jèrè ọmọ gbogbo àwọn tó pa Mohbad wọn ní jèrè ọmọ wọn kù bí ajá ṣe ń kú ni wọn kù bá ṣe máa ń pa ògùn bá ṣe máa ń pajá sí ògùn ni wọn ti pa ọmọ náà tọmọtọmọ
àti àrà látọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè wa.
kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀
gbogbo ìlú sí lọ́lọ́run ọmọ kábíńtà ẹnájì ọmọ kábíńtà fún gbàdúrà ó dẹ̀ ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní àṣẹ ti bàbá ti ọmọ tiẹ̀ ní mímọ́ ní àṣẹ ti Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa inshallah àṣẹ ìbàrẹ̀ pẹ̀lú iná nǹkan tẹ́ ní ìdìbò sọ̀bì tá ẹ̀ lélẹ́yìn.
àwa mẹ̀kúnnù àwa tá à léèyàn a lè sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́ nísìn àfàwọn olówó nìkan ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ àtẹni tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run á gbèjà wa.
kí ni nǹkan bá ń sọ tó le jù what was that thing tá à ń béèrè yẹn that question tó le jù fún wa láti béèrè pé kí ló ṣe ọmọdé yìí kí ló ṣe gangan kí ló ṣe tọ́run ẹ̀ fi ṣẹ́ sínú pósí kí ló ṣe tẹ́ fi ju àdó sínú parí ẹ̀ kí ló dé tẹ́ fi sọ ìkòkò sínú parí ẹ̀ kí ló dé tẹ́ fi gbẹ tẹ́ fi yí lọ́rùn.
wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sí lálẹ́ ẹjọ́ yẹn wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sí dandan wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sí ẹ lọ́ra kóṣe ọmọ kékeré ẹ lọ́ra fún
ẹ̀yin ìyá mi àti bàbá mi ẹ fà imagine bí ọmọ ìtẹ́mà imagine bó ṣe gbà tí last minute yẹn die minute bó ṣe snuff life kò ní ayé ẹ̀ every time máa imagine mo máa wò pé ayé máa níkà Ọlọ́run kí ló dé it's too much ṣùgbọ́n bọ́lọ̀ ti bẹ tí ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ń bẹ ìdájọ́ gbígbóná máa wá sórí every one of them. ẹgbàdẹ ìyẹn mo fi náà láti agbára wa jà mọ́ àwọn ẹni èké àwọn ẹni ẹ̀kọ́ àwọn ẹni ègún lọ́nà máa da iná ìbínú ẹ̀ sí lórí. ó dẹ̀ ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o ṣẹ́rí Mohbad ẹ̀jẹ̀ sọ ọkọ ìyá mi àti bàbá mi rere ṣẹ́rí Mohbad is God's plan and God's purpose fún humanity Nigeria àti especially àwọn youths ẹ̀jẹ̀ sọ fún yín ṣùgbọ́n wọn wà ní mú jẹ ó dẹ̀ ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n tó tún ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́nà yìí sí náà tí wọ́n wá àwọn ọmọbìnrin méjì another person wọ́n ti wá wọn táwọn ọlọ́pàá wà compromise ẹ̀wọ̀n ti bá ní ṣe inú mọ́tò ẹ láti máa ẹ̀yin ìyá especially ẹ̀yin ìyá ẹ máa gbàdúrà lóòrèkóòrè ẹ jọ̀ọ́ orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo inú iṣẹ́ ibi ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo bẹ̀ yín God bless you ẹ má stop o ọ̀nà ẹni tó bá fẹ́ rere orílẹ̀-èdè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àṣẹ ẹjẹ máa gbàdúrà ẹ má jà dákẹ́ má jà sí.
gbàdúrà gidigidi lórí àwọn ọmọ wa.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
kó lọ fà gbogbo
abiyamọ òkè ní abiyamọ òkè gbọ́dọ̀ máa ń
àwọn ọ̀dájú
abiyamọ tó máa fi ẹ lájẹ ó kú ẹ lájẹ lórí ọmọ ẹ nítorí máa náà kanra jù lórí ọmọ ẹ kọ́ náà kanra jù lórí ọmọ agbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ tó dùn ẹ rí fóṣù mẹ́sàn-án kọ̀ọ̀kan wà kó tó fi pọ̀ ẹ̀
àwọn ọ̀dọ́ gbogbo wọn ni.
ó tó yẹ kó bìnrin máa ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kó ìyá Mohbad máa ṣe gangan nìyẹn ní bàbá Mohbad ní bàbá Mohbad yìí ṣe yìí.
kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá ẹ̀rà kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá ìṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ ọjọ́ kẹfà ọlọ́run Mohbad ẹ̀dẹ̀ snuff ẹ̀mí kò lọ́rùn ẹ̀ ẹ wá ní Ọlọ́run ò ní bínú wọn lára àwọn ọmọ ogun lórúkọ rẹ̀ ìbínú gan rọ̀jù Ọlọ́run rọ̀jù òbínú lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí.
Ọlọ́run gbọ́dọ̀ bínú kò sẹ́ni tí ò láṣẹ lẹ́nu.
àti èsì tábìlì pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí
lẹ́nu wa ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká máa lò ń gbàkúgbà ibi tí ìjàmbá fi fẹ́ dálẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká máa fi àdúrà efficiency ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn alágbára là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ kó ń ṣe flesh and blood àwọn aláṣẹ níbi òkùnkùn so we have to put on the armor of God ẹgbẹ́ ìyàmúra lọ́wọ́ ní gbogbo ọ̀nà then ṣẹ́rí ilé ayé yìí it's not about religion Ọlọ́run ló ní gbogbo agbára àti ti kírísítẹ́nì àti mùsùlùmí àti ṣẹ̀ṣe a gbọ́dọ̀ máa rí dúkù agbára ọlọ́ọ̀ká máa ní ibì kan kò sí no ibikíbi tó ní kálukú bá tó ọlọ́run ti fún ní agbára ẹ lò òun ló ní gbogbo nǹkan òun ló ní gbogbo agbára láyé àti lọ́run ẹ lò kẹfì gbáwọ ogun èṣù yìí.
àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ká ṣàdúrà fáwọn ọmọ wa.
ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn àjọ tí sọ Mohbad àwọn fi ara ṣe kí ní ìju ẹ̀mí lọ ìdájọ́
ìyá ní kẹ́míkà ẹ ti sọ tí mo káàkiri láti sọ fún yín nìyẹn.
ìdílé àwọn àjọ tí sọ Mohbad gangan fúnra wa we are not always a spirit we just feel we could talk. Kẹ́tọ́ wá sórí pílátíọ̀mù gan-an bó jẹ́ kù sí ìlú lè kàkà bó jẹ́ Psalm 23 ló lè kà bó jẹ́ Psalm 24 ni wọ́n kọ́ rí rẹ̀ bọ̀ wàá dẹ̀ bí Ọlọ́run pé gbogbo kan tó máa kí ẹnu ẹ jáde kó ti ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wá ni. You don't just come of God on platform and sit down and say because wọ́n lè fún ẹ ní lion or something like that. No. Àwọn tá à ń bá jàjà yìí wọ́n kọ̀ ní
pàtó. Kọ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ kọ́ tó máa pèèyàn síbẹ̀ ẹ tó bá kọ́ wọlé ẹ gbàdúrà ẹ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ibi tó ti mú wa bọ̀ ibi tó mú wa dé àti ibi victory tó mú wa lọ ẹ jẹ́ àmà fi gbogbo ọpẹ́ gbogbo ògo fọ́lọ́run náà ká tó máa sọ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ bọ̀tá bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ariwo pẹ̀lú argument Ọlọ́run ò fẹ́ kó ń gbé níbi tí rúdurùdu bá wà ẹ kọ́kọ́ ti palẹ̀ mọ́ gbogbo àwọn ìdíwọ́ dènà àwọn tó ń bọ̀ gan pẹ̀lú ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn iná á jó wọn padà ni abáde ti parí ẹ wá àwọn ìyá wa kan àbí bàbá wa kan kọ́ dúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run ṣe gbàkóso gbogbo tá a sọ lẹ́yìn that is the way.
kemcad ẹ dákun mo rí fídíò kan rọ̀ lẹ́yìn Ọ̀ṣun state ni mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ mo rí fídíò kan rọ̀ lẹ́yìn mo rí tí lady tó ṣe justice for Mohbad tó ṣe protest yẹn wọ́n ti lọ arrest lady yẹn ó dẹ̀ ṣe fídíò ó ṣe síta pé àwọn tó wá arrest o pé wọn wọ uniform pé so pé mufti náà wọ̀ bọ̀ wọ́n mú ID card lọ́wọ́ gbogbo òun gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe fídíò káwọn family òun kan lè mọ ibi tó ń wà ṣé ẹni tó bá ti wá jáde báyìí fún justice for Mohbad báyìí wàhálà ti dé ọmọ lọ arrest ẹ ni.
ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ ọjọ́ ìlọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ló ń sọ fún yín.
wọ́n ní ká má sọ fún yín.
wọ́n ní ká sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ni.
wọ́n ní ká má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́.
wọ́n ní ká má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ni ìpọ́n òun ló lágbára òun ló.
ọmọ kékeré kan lágbára ju àwọn ìjọba lọ.
àwọn a máa sọ̀rọ̀ a dẹ̀ máa ṣépè a máa sọ̀rọ̀ a máa ṣépè.
èpè lórí wọn gbà. Even me, I am not asking too much. What I'm asking is, what me I'm asking is, kí ló pa Mohbad? Because Mohbad was fine and healthy.
Kí ló pa Mohbad?
Kí ló pa Mohbad? He was fine and healthy. Kí ló ṣe? That is just the question me I'm asking. I am not after anybody. People tó pa ọmọ ni èmi béèrè fún.
Kí ló pa Mohbad?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó jẹ́ kó yé yín sẹ́. Ó ti fojú ẹ̀wọ̀n, ó ti kó gbogbo àwọn èèyàn kiri. Ó ti ń jẹ́ kó yé eyín pé òun lòun rán wọn tó lọ pa wọ́n nìyẹn ṣáà ó ti kó ìpọn wọn síta pé kílẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn náà
lòun rán wọn ṣe ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ.
Ó ti jẹ́ kó yé eyín bẹ́ẹ̀ ìtọ́jú
Ọlọ́run sùúrù ga
ó ti jẹ́ kó yé eyín tó ẹ ṣáà bó ṣe ń kó ìpọn wọn ẹ̀ tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad máa mú ẹni.
Ó ń bọ̀ ìdájọ́ ń bọ̀.
ìdájọ́ ń bọ̀ lórí òun gan fún rẹ̀. ìdájọ́ ó máa ṣígbáwò last ní bó ṣe wà yẹn. Ó máa ṣígbáwò ní ó máa commit suicide fúnra rẹ̀.
Ó ti jẹ́ kó yé
gbàrọ̀ lọ.
Àtọwọ́ tó ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ ló ti jẹ́ kó yé yín.
Ó fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀. Who are you?
Èmi náà ti lọ bá ṣe bí ṣé Wùmí máa sọ pé òun lọ bọ̀ lé ṣé Wùmí máa sọ pé òun lọ bá wọn ṣé Wùmí máa sọ pé òun lọ bá wọn.
Àǹtí for Mohbad ẹ má dárúkọ bàbá fílẹ̀.
Ẹ má dárúkọ wọn ẹ̀sùn wọn. Ṣáàrí tí gbogbo ẹ̀mí bá ti wà ní ìṣọ̀kan ọ̀nà àbáyọ máa ń tètè wá ní àdúrà ẹ máa gòkè lọ.
Bá a pàdé lálẹ́ gàrí, a pàdé lálẹ́.
God bless you.
Okay.
Yes, tó bá wà nígbàgbọ́ a nígbàgbọ́ ká máa rí justice for Mohbad yẹn torí mo nígbàgbọ́ ìwájú Ọlọ́run kò sẹ́ni tọ́lọ́run ò lè gbàgbára lọ́wọ́ ọ̀hún gbàtọ́lọ́run bá máa gbàgbára lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà máa gbàgbára lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
Ó ti di dandan Ọlọ́run gbọ́dọ̀ gbàgbára lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ọlọ́run tó parí ẹ̀wọ̀n tọ́lọ́run ó ṣe.
God bless you.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n tọ́lọ́run máa ṣe kọ́dún tó parí lórí gbogbo àwọn tó pa Mohbad.
Nǹkan tó lè kàn sọ fún un kọ́kọ́ tó sọ ní lórí pláfọ̀mù àti Yínká ni pé ṣé wọ́n wá tí Yínká iṣẹ́ láti ṣe bọ́ ti jáde fún Mohbad ní ọdún sọ fún bọ̀bọ̀ ẹni tó wà ní ẹ̀yìn bàbá Mohbad yẹn òun gógógógó ni kò jẹ́ ká lójú ọ̀rọ̀ látijọ́ ọjọ́ ìsìn òun gógógógó ni
bedroom ni mo fẹ́ bu mi fẹ́rẹ̀ dáná mo dẹ̀ wọ láìfù mo fẹ́ wẹ̀ o mo fẹ́ fomi sẹ́rí wọ́n ní ọba àrọ̀ ní next ọba àrọ̀ tí àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì máa fọ wọ́n fún àwọn àrọ̀ lóru anybody má ṣèjọ yìí ẹ má ṣèjọ mi ẹ jọ mo ti bẹ̀ yín o lórí ẹ̀ mo yẹ sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà ṣe ń gbọ́ àwa ò bẹ̀rù ẹ̀wọ̀n náà pèsè ẹ ṣàdájọ́ ẹ bá ti gbé wa lọ kóòtù kó dájọ́ wa bójú ọdún kan la fẹ́ lò ká lọ lù bá máa bọ́ ta wá tuntun kọ́ńbọ̀ ìwà gbé ní prison ìmọ̀ọ́ká lórí òde ìmọ̀ọ́ká lórí ọba àrọ̀ òkú ìmọ̀ọ́ká lórí òde lónìí ọba àrọ̀ òkú kò ní dábẹ́ni tó bá bẹ̀rù ẹni tó máa gbé mi máa ṣàrí you are under arrest láti bó from so ẹlọpẹni tó máa jẹ ẹjọ́ ní ìṣù kó tẹ̀lé yíwá àárọ̀ lè ní ẹ̀lẹ́ lọ fi ní tí ìbálẹ̀ ní dájọ́ ní ìṣù àti gbé mi kúrò bí máa lé fún yín olówó agogo lè ní àmì sátọ̀ inú èrò àbò wa ojú yẹn lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ bá dẹ̀ ti bò wá ẹ̀ máa rọ̀rọ̀ tó máa ya sórí ẹ̀yìn ọba lójú àánú orú eléyìí ọ̀rọ̀ yín wá gbó orú eléyìí tí ìbá ṣe sẹ́ẹ̀mù èmi àárọ̀ ìjọba competition against him èmi ẹ má bọ̀ I dey wait for una tí ìbá rẹ̀ àná sí mo lọ gbádùn kiri ni mo kàn gbádùn kiri ni gbádùn pa mo kàn gbádùn jẹun mo kàn jẹun bí dasọ́tẹ́ẹ̀dì jà ìlérí adùn wọn la ẹran mọ́yàn bí àmọ́ àwọn èèyàn àti bàtà yí ẹran ó le gan ẹ̀ka táwọn kú àti fi ata yí ẹran wọ́n ń sún ata sórí ráìsì ní òróró ló pọ̀ jù àti jollof ráìsì gan dògò ọlọ́mọdé àṣìṣe ọ̀nà ó dẹ̀ dùn mí gan lẹ́ni tí mo wá láìkì tẹ́nu ẹ̀ lẹ́wà fi ń tápù wa Tinubu mo láìkì ẹ̀kú wá dìgbà tó wá wọlé òun lẹ́wà fara ní mi èmi ò fọ́ arọ́ lè mí o àkọ́bọ̀ ara mi tọ́ bá bá tá ilé kan bá yà fún mi 1 bullet ìyá mi ìṣògùn bọ̀ mi ìṣògùn àdá mi ìṣògùn àìké tó láàárọ̀ ní múdà mú fẹ́ lọ bá jà àbí tẹ bá fi ìbọn sáyà mi gbà sẹ́wọ́dà sáàdì ó ní máa mọ̀ pé yes ẹ̀mí ti jábọ́ lẹ́yìn yẹn ẹjẹ́ rọ́lọ́pàá tí ìgbà rọ́lọ́pàá náà mo jí ni mo wọ́n sọ I swear to God ajé tẹ bá mọ ilé mi ẹ máa bọ̀ mi ò torí ti yín kúrò bí tí mo wà mi ò torí ti yín sá lọ mi ò ṣe ń bọ̀ tẹ bá ní àdírẹ́sì kan máa sọ fún yín wà láì tẹ bá ní àdírẹ́sì lé mi I will give you my address gbogbo pé ọba àrọkọ ló next yẹn ẹ̀ ń tọ́ra yín ni ṣe ti gbọ́ kò ní bàjẹ́ ọlọ́wà jẹ́ ó ṣeé ṣe o máa blọọkù ẹ ìwọ ọmọ yẹn ọ máa jẹ blọọkì èmi ń wáyàn don't comment rubbish kí wọ́n lè máa jẹ ẹjọ́ jà sáàtàjọ́ ń jà àmọ́ra wa ni slide to my DM ask for my address ibu tó bá jẹ́ Nigeria police ló invite mi wọn náà tó bá wọlé tẹkùn máa fẹ́ jẹun wọ́n máa rí mi níbi tó ti ń wá ní màá wá bẹ̀ ojúde ọba ní ọlọ́jà rí ọlọ́run ní ò bẹ̀rù èmi ń gbádùn kiri ní gbogbo léyà wọ́n tún lára mọ́lẹ̀ lónìí sáà tún lọ àwọn àwọn kò ní bàjẹ́ ni àwọn ọlọ́kọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́ pa àwọn kò ní bàjẹ́ ọba kọ́ ló rán wọn ṣe mi ìdẹ̀fẹ́ ṣe ọlọ́run mi ìdẹ̀fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tọ́lọ́ máa fi bínú sí mi wàláì kò ná mi ní kankan kò ní bàjẹ́ tó bá pọ́sibú tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá dé káì mi ò ní sọ jù yẹn lọ mi ò ní sọ jù yẹn lọ kò ní bàjẹ́ mi ò ní sọ jù yẹn lọ. Ojú nǹkan kò ní bàjẹ́ bò ogun máa pàyà ẹ̀ ó ń fún àwọn èèyàn ní information ní ṣàgá àwọn tó ń fún àwọn ẹ ló sọ fún àwọn tèmi pé ọba àrọ̀ wá ẹ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn kan wọ́n sọ pé kó máa wá ẹ ní ṣàgá mi pé kò be careful láti jẹ ìjẹrin láti jẹ mbọ àwọn ọdún kù ọ̀la ọjọ́ sátọ̀dé ìyẹn kò ní bàjẹ́ o ẹ̀fọ́ àkùsì yín lójú ẹ̀rín rí mi oṣù àṣù yín lójú ẹ̀rín rí mi gìrìgìrì báyìí lẹ́sẹ̀ bá bọ̀jà apáyín ayé àtìtàn tìtàn àyà sán páyín ẹ̀yìn aláìdá ẹ̀yìn ìka ẹ̀wọ̀n mo fẹ́ wẹ̀jàre àǹtolúwa tó fún mi mo fẹ́ wẹ̀jàre lórí ẹ̀mú ìfẹ́ pé wọ́n lé wọn ọlọ́ kí ló ń bọ̀ lókè jílẹ̀ òní gbà lójú station lọ 6 months kò sí báwọn àríwá kọ́ pẹ́ńpẹ́ wọ́n máa bọ́ta lọ́jọ́ kan máa bọ́ta ẹ̀sùn kí láwọn wọ́ọ̀kì tá àrà ń sà àárọ̀ lè ní ọmọ lè fi mọ̀ wípé àwọn ilé apààyàn ni wọ́n tó tọ́ so ẹ bọ́ dẹ̀ bẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ nígbà náà ń ṣọmọ wọ́n kò ní bàjẹ́ olórí burúkú táyé ẹ máa bàjẹ́ tó kún máa fẹ́ jẹ ìwẹ̀ tí yá ò ní jèrè ẹ̀ jíjó ò ní bíjú fún ẹ ayọ̀ ò ní pájọ̀ fún ẹ ewúríwo ní mo wà ò ní bímọ tó máa lálùbáríkà kò ní bàjẹ́ wà láì tó bá dọjọ́ ọdún òru wọn á fòrò ṣe pé fún ẹ òwò máa wà lórí láìfù báyìí tó máa gbọ́ bí máa fòrò máa ṣe pé fún ẹ ẹ̀dùkú máa ti ṣe pé fún ẹ pákọ̀ máa ti ṣe pé fún ẹ gbogbo ìṣá tó máa gbé bọ́ta ló máa gbègbè ń di ẹ̀wọ̀n wo ẹni tó ṣe bí ìlú wa tó fi ṣe pé fún kò ló wọ́n wíìkì tó fi rí mú tó fẹ́ sọ ìlú wa lẹ́nu gbà kò ló wọ́n wíìkì tó fi rí mú tó ń gbọ́ gbogbo ẹni máa fi ṣe pé fún ẹ kò ní bàjẹ́ kọ́lẹ̀ kò sígbà tó lè sọ pé kìíní kan àgò kọ́ ìgbà tó bá wà rífà bẹ́ẹ̀ ti pariwo bá ìwọ ní next they don surround you and they play èmi ò sínú wọn mi ìdẹ̀sínú àwọn tó ń fọ́ mi ìdẹ̀sínú àwọn tó ń bẹ̀rù anything you like do am mo wà ní ayé kí ni ìwúlò mi náà mi ò lẹ́sẹ̀ mi mo ń ṣúrọ́gù àti méèkì ẹ̀ èmi mo ń ṣúrọ́gù àti ṣe wọn ṣé tó bá fún wa lówó ni àti ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ka kàbámọ̀ Buhari sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bí tó ń bá kúrò lórí oyè a máa mọ owó ìṣòro ó lágbára kò sí nǹkan kan èmi ṣáà mọ̀ pé ibi gbogbo ló gbá lágbára ọ̀lẹ́ni kọ́ láyé gbà tá bá ń bẹ̀rù ọjọ́ báàlá ẹgbẹ́ ní justice ẹgbẹ́ mi ẹbà ti ṣe tí ọwọ́ yìí gan ọmọ àlè ní lẹ́bà ti kùtù ọwọ́ yìí fún mi ọmọ àlè èmi fẹ́ kú tábìlì ẹ̀lì rán wà kán wá pa mí sí ẹ̀ ìyẹn lẹ́bà fi ṣe bẹ́ solúsọ gbogbo pé gbígbé yẹn kò fíríkì mi ṣe ń gbọ́ ọlọ́run bẹ lókè tó ń jó kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ́ ní gbàdájọ́ ẹ̀ nàmí tọ́ka èmi mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ́ ní gbàdájọ́ ẹ̀ lé wa títí ẹ̀ rí wa ẹ̀dùn lọ ń bá já sórí ògùn fún wa alcohol ṣẹ́ni bí a lè gbé music wá lọ kó àwọn Ìyábọ̀ Òjó àbáwọn anybody dé kẹ́kọ́ wọ́n dé station kẹ́ máa ní kí n máa fi ẹ̀ tí nǹkan bá ṣe ní ọlọ́pàá lọ́ máa face tó bá kó anybody dé wọ́n lè sọ̀rọ̀ kí má takú wọn àní mo fẹ́ kú èmi rẹ́dí àti kú ṣé wọ́n ẹ̀rìn mi ni ẹ wo kọ́ bọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀mẹ́jà rí all the best justice for Mohbad no going back kò kí ń ṣe jẹ́ kò kí ń ṣe pé gift là ń wá gbà mí a máa ṣe láìfù 4 hours a lè má gbà ju 70 coin lọ 70 coin kò tó mi mọ̀ bí máa sọ kò wọ́n $1 ṣé ìrànlá máa ní àtòrí ẹ̀rọ ojúmọ́ justice for Mohbad àmọ́ ìpàdépamọ́ ipa ìkànnì ṣe ń gbọ́ agbọ́dọ̀ kẹ́kẹ́ mọ̀ ó lágbára o ṣe ilé tó ń ṣe yìí tó ń pariwo kíní kan tí bó ní gùrẹ́dì sọ pé ìbàdàn débẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní ẹ̀ ó ìkú wọn náà ọba kan ìkíńkọ ọba that is the one next now gbogbo yẹn ọmọ àbọ̀ àmàgbà jọ gbogbo nǹkan tó lè lára yín tó bá dẹ̀ gbìdè bá wálẹ̀ ṣẹ̀bí afẹ́ bá gbé mi tó bá fi mílẹ̀ tó bá rí àfi tó bá ti sin Mohbad ti bá dé àfi tó bá ti sin Mohbad ṣe ń gbọ́ èmi ò jábọ́ látojú ọ̀run mi ò jábọ́ látojú ọ̀run ṣe ń wá ẹ̀rìn ṣe mo jábọ́ látojú ọ̀run. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan máa bọ̀ wá o gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ààrẹ ẹ̀ṣùwà ẹ̀fún ọ̀láyà ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan láyé rí mi gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ààrẹ ẹ̀ṣùn ní ẹ̀fún ọ̀láyà ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan máa bọ̀ wá o ṣẹ́gbọ́n pàṣẹ oníṣẹ́ntò gbé sókè fi wọ́n lẹ̀ ṣalágbára lẹ́yìn ẹ máa bọ́ lọ́hùn níbẹ̀ tó bá yá kò sálágbára àtàpá lọ́hùn ò lè kà ó kò sálágbára àtàpá lọ́hùn ò lè kà bẹ̀rù bọ́ títí kẹ máa fi odidi ràkúnmí odidi elephant erin òní fọkọ́mọ ẹ̀ náà fún kẹ fi máa ṣe sacrifice ọlọ́run tí ṣìwé kan yìí ọjọ́ tọ́lọ́run bá ṣì kàn yìí ẹ máa gbàdájọ́ tó tó àti tó yẹ. Èmi kẹ̀ ọlọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ jọ wí tágbé pípé mi ò sí Nàìjíríà ọ̀lẹ́kú bó èmo tí a ní gbọ́ pá mi ò ní gbọ́ kankan tí mo ti mọ̀ pọ́ ló sì ń dọ̀ ìyá yín màá jẹ́ kó máa mọ̀ sí àsíá. Kò ní bàjẹ́ ó kọ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ iṣẹ́ ọlọ́run wàláì kò ná wa ní kankan àwọn ọlọ́pàá kò ná wàláì mo fi tóbi gbogbo ẹ wo mi kò ní máa gbé kámẹ́rà sára mi ní kẹ́ẹ̀dì mo wà mi ò fi gbogbo nǹkan tí máa jẹ́ kò ná mi ní kankan kò ná wàláì tàlà ìsúnmọ́bì láì kí n kò fẹ́ jọ ẹ̀sùn mi nǹkan báyìí ó ń tẹ́ òun ló lọ mórúkọ wàláì tàlà ẹ̀ 124 ẹ̀ kò sí babaláwo tó lè máa ṣògùn fún àìsú ẹ̀ bọ̀ ìdájọ́ ọlọ́run ni mo fẹ́ kọ́ lọ́run ṣe fún pẹ̀lú bí mo rí mi ìfẹ́ ṣe ọlọ́run if not so kò ní bàjẹ́ eré ká ilé ẹ̀rín wo máa ní kọ́ ka ọjọ́ fún ni I swear to Almighty God mo fi gbogbo nǹkan tí máa jẹ́ búra sí kò ní bàjẹ́ mọ mi ìfẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́lọ́run fi ìnira sọ́rọ̀ ayé mi ìfẹ́ wàhálà mi ò fẹ́. Kò ná mi ní kankan wà láìtàlá kò ní báyìí bó jẹ́ ọ̀nà táwọn ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ rìn lásán lọ́lọ́ parí iṣẹ́ ara máa ní ẹkù ní bọ́ bá ṣe ń rìn pẹ̀lú ojúmọ́ náà máa ìbá ní ẹ kàdé wá sọ pé inú wàhálà kan tí ẹ máa ta tí a bàjẹ́ onírúdùtù ayé ẹ tí tó máa fi kú wá yá wèrè òní kẹta ara ẹ kàdé wá sọ pé ká lọ ṣe kọ́ máa kó náà bù tàbá jẹ́ kí kúrò náà tí náà sínú ẹ̀ wọ́n lára ẹ ti yá àdúbọ̀jà ẹ̀yìn tàbá tún dájú padà nínú ẹ̀dá tún sáná sí ìyá ẹ ìnira tún dé bá ẹ àwọn babaláwo kan máa fi máa jẹun kiri wọ́n á máa rù ẹ kiri ni kò sí babaláwo tó lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ wàláì torí a máa bá yáwù ni àfi tó bá kà nìkan òun ló máa bọ́nu wàhálà ẹ tó o bá kàwé ní bọ́nú ẹ̀ ògùn gbọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ ìfẹ́kọ́ lọ́wọ́ bínú sí mi nọ́mbà ti wà lọ́wọ́ mi mo máa ṣe fídíò pẹ̀lú fúnṣẹ́t ìwọ ló lọ kọ́kọ́ mi ìwọ kò ní bàjẹ́ nọ́mbà ìlélẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ tí bá ti ṣe mí direct message sórí bọ́ọ̀sì ẹ máa wọ́n fún láàárọ̀ mo máa ṣe fídíò ẹ̀ kí ló dé náà ṣẹ́ẹ̀tì ayé mi kí ni mo ṣe fún yín táwọn wá mi kiri.
That boy need to be petition, eh? You need to be petition.
Mo máa parọ́ bí bọ́sà ń ṣe ní ṣóyẹ́ kó máa rí bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad náà.
You need to be petition. That Aloba, you need to be petition. Aloba need to be put in his place. That's a nothing person.
Acupuncture.
Play my play. Okay. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Èkó.
Sorry, Jinaja wà níbi before. Jinaja wà níbi báyìí. Jinaja.
Bàbá ẹ káàsán.
Ó lè ṣiṣẹ́ wa pa.
Mo wà pa, mo kí gbogbo lé o. Bàbá, my only suggestion lọ́sàn yìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn lọ́yà àti owó public tó láwọn ò lè fi rescue same public tó ń dáwó. Èmi ò ṣe suggest pé èyí tán ti gbà yẹn náà kàn gbà á mọ́. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ṣe làwa náà fẹ́ wá another means tá máa fi dáwó.
Ṣé wọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí Mr. Muiwa sọ lánàá ó clarify many things, ó open up many things. Am I correct?
Bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò sọ gan ìwà wọn gan ti clarify yẹ because irú àrífà tó wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn kó jẹ́ pé on a daily basis or weekly ni ló yẹ kó máa lọ fún àrífà ní owó oúnjẹ níbi tó wà yẹn kó lè mọ̀ páwọn èèyàn ò gbàgbé òun.
Jinaja, èmi ni mò ń send owó sí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn mi kò yẹ ń sọ mo kàn sọ ni èmi ni mò ń send owó kò sí kọ́bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn níbi tó wà.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn kò ń ṣe pé bá ṣe sọ pé kò tí mo ta fún wa ẹ ṣe.
Ó dàn tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ má interject ẹjọ́.
So tó bá dẹ̀ ti show pé gbogbo wàhálà tá à ń ṣe orí ara wọn là ń ṣe fún tó jẹ́ pé tó bá kan táìmù títí wa wọ́n máa ní kọ́lọ́mù lọ gbọ́ mu títí ẹ̀ ní ìwọ̀nba bí tá a bá dé díẹ̀ náà tó nù nǹkan ní nǹkan ìwọ̀nba bí tá a bá dé yẹn náà ká fi wọ́n lẹ́ẹ̀kan yanjú ẹ̀ ká dẹ̀ fèsì kó lórí tiwa náà sórí títí ẹ̀ ká wá báwa gan ṣe fẹ́ máa help ara wa tí wàhálà yìí bá dé because mo máa ń sọ o màá dẹ̀ tuntun sọ èèyàn tó bá ń jà fún justice àbí tó ń jà fún freedom tó believe pé àwọn táwọn bá jà bóyá wọ́n jẹ́jọba wa àbí wọ́n jẹ́ individual wọ́n máa jókòó wọ́n máa fọwọ́ lẹ́rán wọn ò ní jà ẹni tó bá sì ń dín believe yẹn ẹ sọ fẹ́ni yẹn kó kúrò lórí justice kó má dára ẹ̀ láàmú because ó máa dé ìgbà tó máa dé la mọ̀ ẹni tó dẹ̀ máa dé bá la mọ̀ we need to prepare ourselves a lè máa dáwó lórí pé justice yìí ni kí wàhálà wa dé bá wa ká má lè rí owó yẹn lò fúnra wa ká wá máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa sáré káàkiri ẹ wo lórí ọjọ́ tó ń sọ pé wọ́n grant àwọn arífá ní bail tó jẹ́ pé bíbá láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dáwó kíníkan yẹn tí ó yẹ ká ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa ṣe yẹn nígbà tó wó kan wà ń bì kan.
But they give Arifa money.
Gbogbo wa everybody tó jà fún justice we need to make our decision and make our stance because ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín àwa tó sì máa kó sí pọ̀ o àwa tó sì máa kó sí pọ̀ and the earlier the better ta make a decision yẹn the earlier the better we make that correction ẹ jẹ́ kí n sì fi sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá.
ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́dà láti ṣebí mo sọ fún yín lánàá pé nǹkan tó sọ tán ní ọkọ sista Yínká wọ́n sọ pé àwọn lọ ní káwọn sì step down pé àwọn fẹ́ gbé lọ́ọ̀yà tí wọ́n wá mo ti sọ fún yín pé òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ máa jáde òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ jáde lórí ọ̀dọ̀ Papiano láàárọ̀ yìí irọ́ ni.
Irọ́ ni kí ni?
Irọ́ ni ọkọ Yínká ò sọ pé kí lọ́ọ̀yà step down kankan pé àwọn fẹ́ gbé lọ́ọ̀yà táwọn wá irọ́ ni.
Ṣótán.
Mẹ́jọ ẹ má kó ṣe pé torí ọ̀rọ̀ tán sọ ń sìn pé kí attack Mr. Muiwa àti justice rírọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọn kàn mọ bí the idea approach tí Mr. Muiwa ń gbé wá ni kò work out o èèyàn sọ pé àti justice èèyàn sọ pé à ń bú wọn o èèyàn sọ pé à lè béèrè question but the question ṣe pé à ń kúrò láti justice o it's simply because we want to know our ground a fẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ underground is not what we need ẹ jọ ẹ má ká máa ní mindset yẹn ẹ jọ.
Ọlá plenty bí Ọlá pretty.
Bọ́dá láti ẹ̀ka sọ̀sẹ̀. Ẹni tó ń sọ pé mọ́mí olùṣẹ́wà tí wọ́n ní pé lórí plátífọ́ọ̀mù Papiano pé mi ìsọpọ́tì Mr. Muiwa bọ́ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan wà tó jẹ́ pé ìgbà míì tá bá gbọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ sùúrù nà ọkọ̀ Àyàmínká politician ni. Òun ni ó sọ fún wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí bossman àtàwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe sọ wípé bóyá òun fẹ́ lu ọ̀nà míì ó fẹ́ lu ẹsẹ̀ tiẹ̀ náà láti fi bó ṣe máa gbàyàwó ẹ̀ là so kò ń ṣe pé bóyá bí Mr. Muiwa ṣe sọ lánàá pé bí Mr. Muiwa ṣe sọ lánàá wípé ọkọ ẹ̀ sọ pé káwọn dúró náà pé bóyá irọ́ ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe sùúrù fúnra wa ẹjọ́ jẹ́ lady náà tí ó ń sọ pé ọkọ ẹ̀ ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣebí lady yẹn ṣebí wọ́n béèrè wípé kó fún wọn ní nọ́mbà ọkọ Yínká ṣebí kò múlẹ̀ kán tiẹ̀ fi gbóòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu ọkọ Yínká gangan wípé ṣé lóòótọ́ ni àbírọ́ ni gẹ́ẹ̀ ló kàn jáde wá sórí platform ó ní ọ̀rẹ́ òun ní Yínká òun ló kàn wá tó sọ pé Mr. Muiwa ń parọ́ ni ọkọ Yínká ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí kan ṣé ó dẹ̀ ní kó fi nọ́mbà ọkọ Yínká sílẹ̀ kò dá wọn lóhùn kò fílẹ̀ so kò ń ṣe pé mi rò pé bóyá irọ́ ni ọ̀rọ̀ yọ politician ni ọkọ ẹ̀ náà.
sísá tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí tí woman yóò bá fílẹ̀ tí woman yóò bá fi nọ́mbà lẹ̀ ṣe bára wàrà táwọn bọ̀dà míì wá yẹn tó bá ní nọ́mbà lọ́wọ́ kó fún bọ̀dà láti yìí kó fọwọ́ lórí.
ara nǹkan tá máa ń bá ọjà síyàn fílẹ̀ ọmọ àwọn pé bí everybody ló fẹ́ compromise torí àwọn kọ́kọ́ tó ń ṣe ẹ̀rù máa ń bá wọn pé bí táwọn bá ti ópùnù step àwọn èèyàn máa compromise wọ́n máa lọ gbẹ̀yìn bẹ́bọ jẹ́ wọ́n wá láwọn
ṣe bọ̀dà láti náà máa compromise báyìí láti
wọ́n láwọn ṣe underground.
no ní nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí kọ́kọ́ lóòótọ́ kò ń ṣe gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ló máa gbé wá lórí ọkọ̀ yìí sì báwọn tó ń ṣe láì fi dùn láàárọ̀ àtọ̀sán àtàlẹ́ ọjọ́ irú ọkọ̀ wa ti mọ́dàmádé yíká yẹn kọ́ fúrú bọ̀dà láti yìí ní nọ́mbà ọkọ̀ wọn kọ́ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ kódà yóò nílé máa pè wọn lórúkọ tí ò ń ṣe títí wọ́n bẹ yín àti pé ẹ má jà sọ iṣu yẹn mọ́ bí mọdàmádé yẹn kò máa jáde mẹ ẹ bá ṣe mọ kò ń ṣe mọdàmádé yẹn ká nìkan àwọn fẹ́ràn bẹ́ẹ̀ arífà bẹ́ẹ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ wo gbogbo là ń láti joy lórí ọlọ́ọ̀nà this thing is getting too much and we are not do nothing a lè kàn máa pariwo lórí social media every time kó má sí action now. Ọlọ́run ní ṣe wá ní sátì lárí àrí fínísì ẹjá Ọlọ́run náà ká ṣe fínísì fáwọn pípù yìí náà. Kẹrù wọn bẹ láti jọ yẹ arífà wọn bẹ wọn yàn ti gba béèlì wọn ti ṣe sá kí ló ń dìlé wọn kí ni gbèsè táwọn lọ́ọ̀yà tó bá ń lò tó bá pé kò ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá pé káà náà because bọ́dà láti ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹjẹ́ mi ò sò tọ́ lọ́wọ́ yìí bóyá ká dáwọ́ títí wa báyìí ká gbàbẹ̀ ká lọ yà bọ́ very dark man ti sọ ó kàn dàbí pé àwa náà lísìn ni. máa yẹn ó dìdí sọ iye lọ́jà tó yẹ ká gbà ní.
Tábà ti gba lọ́ọ̀yà ká má wulẹ̀ involve àwọn Mr. Muiwa kọ̀ọ̀kan sí because àwọn ò fẹ́ public lawyer.
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí sí yìí because nígbà tó mi wà lórí platform yẹn mo bẹ̀ everybody ni torí mi ò like kí ká máa attack ara wa àbí ká máa bára wa jà. Shut up your mouth, I'm doing something. Mi like ká máa attack ara wa. Mi like ká máa attack ara wa àbí ká máa bára wa jà lórí pa ṣe justice for Mohbad. Ẹ ti understand? Mo pẹ̀tù sí everybody inú ni. Mo dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó yé wọn torí mi bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Mo ní kí ni mí ní legal team tán sọ pé legal team. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé fún mi pé legal team ni àwọn lọ́ọ̀yà. Because tèmi fẹ́ bèèrè nìyẹn pé ṣé àwọn legal team ṣé wọ́n lọ́ọ̀yà ṣé ọlọ́pàá ni wọ́n ni. Wọ́n lọ́wọ́ yìí sí yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà wá standard by ourselves. Máa ṣe sọ pé lọ́ọ̀yà wípé lọ́ọ̀yà tí bàbá ń lò wọ́n níṣẹ́ mi ìtàn ṣe ń gbàgbọ́ mọ̀ fáwọn oníṣẹ́ mi ìtàn ṣe kí náà gbaṣẹ́ léyìí fún.
Àwa àgbàlá ń dáwọ́.
At any fucking time.
Mr. Muiwa sọ fún wa ní.
Wọ́n lè pè wọ́n pé kọ́ lọ síbi báyìí kọ́ lọ síbi báyìí. Tó o tó bá ti wá di pé bóyá bàbá nìkan ló fẹ́ face I understand bóyá ṣe yẹn pọ̀ jù fún wọn. Bọ́dá káwa náà carry another money for ourselves. In case if any problem come like this to attack these people back. Wọ́n kàn lè máa pick èèyàn bí pé wọ́n pick ẹran wọ́n kidnap èèyàn wọ́n yàn wọ́n arrest ṣárẹ́sì lélẹ́yìn. Ṣé petition ẹ tí ò jalè tí ò kówó Nàìjíríà jẹ àwọn tó kówó Nàìjíríà jẹ gan tó sọ wá sínú oko ìjà gan kidnap wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe kidnap wa 9. Kidnap wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe kidnap àwa tá à ń ṣe justice we are fighter ni wa kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tá ẹ lè ṣe sí i. Tí ní bá dẹ̀ kan ní ìkan máa padà tẹ̀ fún kan ni ẹ kọ́ntínì kẹ́ máa ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe lọ. Ẹni ẹlẹ́ni tó lọ́mọ 5 months lọ́wọ́ àbólórí burúkú ara yìí kọ́ lẹ́ sọ pé Wunmi is a widow is a man is a nursing mother is a breastfeeding mother is a breastfeeding mother wọn ò lè gbé kò ní jẹ nítorí pé lùtẹ̀ wà.
Sister Zena aláwọ̀
kí Wunmi wá ṣá orí burúkú yẹn bí báyìí. Wọ́n máa gbọ́mọ lọ físítì ẹ̀ nù prison ni. Kí ló kàn pẹ̀lú pò náà mọ́ lọ́wọ́? Tọ́ba gbọ́dà common ticket kó má ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì káwọn kan tó kọ̀ pé ọlọ́pàá fún ẹ. Wọ́n ò mọ̀ bọ́ yóò ní bébì lọ́wọ́ wọn máa arrest ẹ tó bá bá wọn sá gidi. Wọ́n káwọn ọmọ yẹn sẹ́gbẹ́ kan. Àbórí yìí ti burú Nàìjíríà fẹ́ pé orí burúkú ti jà abẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ọ̀dàlẹ̀. Wọ́n máa kan náà arrest ní lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí tó ń circulate káàkiri orí social media lọ́wọ́ yìí pé bóyá kò ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì. Wọ́n ti ń pariwo fún wọn tó pé àwọn tó bí for crown cares and coming akẹ́ni yìí mú tẹ̀jọ́ torí ọlọ́dọ̀ yín rẹ kò and coming for crown cares wọ́n ò lè tẹ́lá bó ṣe fún mára gan-an pẹ̀lú ọmọ mẹ́ta ìkan wà ní wájú ìkan ti dàgbà wọ́n ju sẹ́kẹ̀sẹ̀kẹ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ kò pààyàn kò jalè kò ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì rẹ̀ ọjọ́ dẹ́dẹ̀ nìyẹn wọ́n máa arrest ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ ìlú bíi. Ẹ wá gbẹ́ni ẹlẹ́ni téèyàn bá fẹ́ gba ọyàn lẹ́nu ọmọ gan olúwa rẹ̀ ló mọ ìrora tó máa go through ọyàn yẹn máa ga bí òkúta ní tó ní lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ òtútù bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni máa mú ẹ orí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ni máa fún ẹ. Ọba múyàwó ní báwo ló pa Mohbad ni àwọn tó pa Mohbad gan wọ́n rìn scot free. So ẹ má jà drag bóyá mo máa ń gbọ́dọ̀ mí wá o ọmọ ni mí wá o àbẹ́ni tó bá sọ ẹ má jà drag ẹ jẹ́ káwọn náà ká ṣe tiwa lọ́tọ̀. Tọ́ba ní ìjà ní ẹ̀pù fún bàbá Mohbad kọ́ mọ́ báyìí máa ṣe. Bíkọ́ wọn lè máa píkì àwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni kọ́ da fámìlì wọn lẹ̀ ó wà lọ jù wọ́n ní sínú gologolo everybody ló mọ bí Nàìjíríà ọlọ́pàá ṣe máa ń operate. Bọ́bá lọ́ máa fìyà àwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọn ò mọwọ́ ó yá sáìn tá a bá ti rìlíìsì ẹ o ò ní ṣe justice for Mohbad mọ́ wà á dákẹ́. Èwo làbúrò máa kọ́wọ́ bá dún fóònù Madam Adéyínká tí ò bá níṣẹ́ ibi tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ mú yín.
Ọlọ́run á mú yín. Ẹ fẹ́ bá lọ́yà tó tí ó ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ Adégòkè yìí mo rò pé náà fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀.
Mi mọ bí àmà àwọn tó bá wà Nàìjíríà lálẹ́ èmi kàn má bá ẹ wà ni.
Lóò mi sálà tí.
Ẹja báyẹn náà sọ̀rọ̀ nìkan sí ìwé lẹ́yìn sí.
Kúrò lẹ́ o ẹ̀kọ́ ọdún dásìkò yìí. Àkùmọ́ṣọ̀ ló sọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ní.
Gbé tó kọ́ńtàtì mi wọn.
Ẹ wo mi bá sọ fún yín pé mi ìparọ́ fún mi sálà tí mo ti bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn láti àárọ̀ mi ì tí ì jẹun kì í sí pé mo fi ń proud I have treated over 30 patients tó jẹ́ pé mo treat látàárọ̀ mi ì tí jẹun I am telling you reality so ẹ mọ̀ kọ́ tó àjẹ́ mo kàn sáré wá báyìí sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ nípa kíní ni pé mo tẹ́ bá wo there was a day mo sọ̀rọ̀ lórí platform mi pé àwọn tí ààbò tó bá jẹ́ pé ìgbà tá àti sí ń bì kan pé everybody nípa ọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad is a suspect gbogbo wa because kò sí àmọ́nú ara wa we don't know who is who and that time kí ni mo fẹ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé tí ẹ má jẹ́ ká bára wa jà ẹ má jẹ́ ká sọ nípa Mr. Muyiwa failed us woefully tó bá jẹ́ pé ọjọ́ tí àmì nǹkan ń pè mí tí mo wà lábẹ́jà pé má bọ̀ àyè bíbá là ń bọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé tó bá jẹ́ patient tó wà lówájú mi yóò tó bá jẹ́ pé mo lọ bó ti máa gbé mi náà nìyẹn so ìgbà tó bá gbé mi Mr. Muyiwa náà wá sọ pé owó tá ń dá kò fún bàbá nìkan kò ní ra gbá fórí burúkú kò ní ra gbá fórí burúkú ṣé so ọmọlọ́mọ làárọ̀ dédé tòrótòró nìyẹn àbí so àwọn wà ní ọba lọ́hùn àwọn wà ní òyìnbó lọ́hùn wọ́n wà ń bí so àwọn táwa bí ẹ wá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ká máa face. Ta ló ń wá tani ẹ̀dá kó múùtù náà so nǹkan náà wà mẹ́gbẹ́ mo ti máa ń sọ ẹ má sọ nípa ní sùúrù ẹ má sọ nípa ní sùúrù ẹ má jẹ́ kí ní sùúrù náà.
Ṣé mi ìfọ̀rọ̀ bọ́dá mú dada láti jẹ́ bá ti ń bá àwọn èèyàn wọlé ẹ máa mú tu wọn fún alára yín àwọn èèyàn tí mú ẹ máa kí fún wọn. Hold on. Ṣebí ẹ wá sí the music pivot mo rí yín bẹ̀ nígbà tí bossman tó ń ṣàlàyé and I could remember this Saturday mo rí Mr. Muyiwa lórí York Daddy láti ìrọ̀lẹ́ Saturday náà ti ń sọ pé wọ́n ti contact lọ́ọ̀yà fún Àyàmíká wọ́n ti gba lọ́ọ̀yà fún èèyàn tó wà ní Àbújá lọ́ọ̀yà tó wà ní Àbújá ni wọ́n gbà tó wà on ground nbẹ.
Madam ẹgbàgbé nípa wọ́n ti gba
lọ́ọ̀yà àti ọkọ Àyàmíká ti
ọ̀rọ̀ méjèèjì wọn nìyẹn.
Ṣé wá dìbẹ́ǹdì yan bí ni?
ẹni sùúrù
kí ló dé? wọ́n ní tẹ̀yọ́ bá ṣe nǹkan tí ò dá kájá mọ́ kájá sọ pé kò dá ẹgbàgbé nípa Àyàmíká àti lọ́ọ̀yà ẹgbàgbé nípa bóṣá Àyàmíká sẹ́yìn mọ̀ bó ṣe ń jóyàn bí ni. Sẹ́yìn mọ̀ bó ṣe ń jóyàn Mr. Lajẹ mo fẹ́ sọ ọkọ̀ fún yín pé torí ti ọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad yẹn torí tọ̀rọ̀ justice ẹ bá mi múùtù bàbá yìí ẹ bá mi múùtù bàbá yìí yá yẹn ẹ bá múùtù ẹ.
Níbo náà ti wá náà.
Àìní ọmọ kọ̀ dédé gòkè àwọn èèyàn tó bá lẹ̀ gan ọ̀jọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Mo ti fi ilẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ sọ ẹ máa sọ mo ti fi ilẹ̀.
Mi ò mọ problem àwọn èèyàn ṣá.
Torí ti ẹ̀wò torí tọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad yẹn.
Wọ́n sọ bó dẹ̀ fi gbogbo ẹnu sọ pé Muyiwa gbọ̀ngàn ni àti justice Muyiwa gbọ̀ngàn ló ń disturb justice fún wa.
Ẹni sùúrù ẹni sùúrù dẹ́bìtì kí ẹni sùúrù sẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà yìí kò sẹ́nibọ̀dì tó dìfẹ́ndì Mr. Muyiwa tó bọ̀dá láti o but tó bá lè rí òtítọ́ tó lè bá wọn sọ pé they don't try for something ẹ má jẹ́ kẹ́ni nǹkan máa pàmpà nǹkan bíi ẹ wo mo fẹ́ sọ kankan fún yín pé ibi tí mo wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ I am telling you this now orí afẹ́fẹ́ mo ṣe ń sọ ibi tí mo wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ torí tọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad mo ṣe kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wá ti bí mi wá ń pè ẹnìkan ó sọ pé ká ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ ní láti contact lọ́ọ̀yà orí burúkú wo nìyẹn mo ti sọ already tẹ́lẹ̀ pé there was one show tí Mr. Muyiwa ṣe tó sọ pé Wùmí ìyàwó wa náà ni àǹtí ilé ẹjọ́ dé ká bára ṣeré jẹ́ ká ṣe gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yàmàyàmà yẹn mo ti mọ̀ pé ìkan wà ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yìí mo mọ̀ pé ìkan wà ń bẹ̀ because àwa máa máa dá owó gbàtà bá dá owó tán á wá di pé wọ́n máa sọ pé owó yẹn owó tẹnìkan so ọmọ ọlọ́mọ làárọ̀ tó tóbi.
wọ́n wá mú mi wọ́n wá ní kí n lọ sọ̀tà ara mi.
ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ọjọ́ yẹn mo wà lórí kíní paparano mo bá paparano sọ̀rọ̀ pé báyìí ọ̀nà báyìí kì í sí pé bóyá kò sí anybody mi lè lọ sórí platform ẹ̀ bíkọ́ kí ni kò sẹ́mọ̀ tó ra data fún mi. àkókò tó bá dé mo ti from David láti àná mo ti resolve in mind ni pé tí gbogbo èèyàn bá tákù Mr. Muyiwa èmi number one gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ló máa block mi kúrò lórí life wọn. I am telling you this tí wọn bá mọ̀ kó tó yẹ kó ṣe kó resign pé I'm not capable I can't do it then ká dẹ̀ mọ́ni tó máa ṣe. The point remains that this man he failed us ẹ̀dẹ̀ wo bó ṣe ń lọ yìí ẹ máa wo before this month runs out tí tó bá continue pẹ̀lú bó ṣe continue yìí ìdá pé kí àwọn èèyàn fi kò sọ wọn pa àbí kí wọ́n lé wọn kó lóko gẹ́gẹ́ bọ́ọ̀dì go back from bàbá Mohbad case ṣé bàbá Mohbad lówó lọ́wọ́ ni ṣó lówó lọ́wọ́ tó lè fi ṣe kéèsì ni.
àyọ̀ wọ́n ní ọ̀kan ló gbójú di mọ́tò lẹ̀ tí ò béèrè accountability àwọn ní 50-50 la wá ń béèrè.
ta ló ẹni tó ń sọ yẹn lákàyè ó yòrò ta ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ sí lápò ta ni wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ sí lápò tó ń ṣe kíní tí sáwọ́ gbọ́n mi tí ìdáwó fẹ́yàn rí àsìkò ìgbọ́n ni mo àsìkò tí mo jọ́ sípò Mohbad mo dáwó.
kọ́ ta mọ́tò kan lọ fi mọ́tò ṣẹjọ́ kọ́ lọ ta mọ́tò kan fi mọ́tò ṣẹjọ́.
ẹ wo mo máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan papa ló ń sọ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ mùsùlùmí mo máa ń go against ẹ pé the lawyers are working so wọ́n wá instruct lawyer pé kí lawyer máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún nǹkan tó bá ti kàn wọ́n nìkan ni kó ṣiṣẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹni tó bá wà níbi ibi pé kí a máa rí justice lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad yìí wọ́n á gúnyán láyé wọn lọ gbọ́bẹ̀ lọ́rùn ni tọmọtọmọ ló máa fi ṣe tọmọtọmọ ni gbogbo ẹnbọdì tó bá wà nípa pé ká máa justice fún Mohbad gbogbo wọn pápátá ló máa jèrè sí ọwọ́ wọn. báwo ló ṣe máa ṣe orí burúkú báyìí náà ẹ wo ẹ̀yin panelist tó bá jẹ́ pé mo lọ lọ́jọ́ yẹn pé mo bá wọn lọ sí protest yẹn wọ́n máa mú mi because mo máa ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ gan wọ́n á mọ̀ pé ní ó mọ̀ pẹ̀lú wọ́n máa mú mi but èmi nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ kan máa tí wọ́n fi lè mú pé èmi ò dárúkọ ọba because mi ilẹ̀ mọ ọba because ọba kọ́ ló kàn.
ẹni ká náà dárúkọ ọba.
ẹni sùúrù nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ kan mọ̀ mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ pé what matter now is that 3 pieces is involved bí ọmọ yẹn máa ṣe díẹ̀ ni then ẹ̀ka kan sọ pé bàbá Mohbad ń jà torí ogun ìgbà tí ò bá jà torí ogun kí n sì pé torí ara ẹ̀ torí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ náà ni ṣé ọmọ ọlọ́mọ lẹ fẹ́ kó fún kólọ́kólọ́ kó ogun yẹn ni akàn sọ̀rọ̀ ni kò jáde mo fẹ́ mọ ikú tó pa báwo ló ṣe máa mọ ikú tó pa ọmọ ó lè sọ pé tí ọmọ bá ṣe DNA ló máa mọ ikú tó pọ̀ mọ́ tó bá jẹ́ pé ìjọba fẹ́ ṣe dáadáa ó kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó ṣe DNA tí ó bá ṣe DNA tí ó bá mọ ikú tó pọ̀ máa mọ̀ pé yes this thing is like this èmi ò bá anybody jà kódà bí Wùnmí ṣe wà yẹn tí Wùnmí bá sòótọ́ gan-an tó pé báyìí ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ ń pa ẹ̀ mọ́ máa kọ̀ bá pé nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé kó fi kẹ́ anybody face warrant kọ́díkọ́dí face warrant kó máa ṣe bọ́ọ̀dù kó tó ń dùn mí gbogbo dùn pé ẹnìkan lọ protest fún Mohbad kì í ṣe family Mohbad o ó lọ protest fún justice for Mohbad wọ́n gbé ẹnìkan wá jáde wá ó wá sọ̀rọ̀ pé
ẹ káàsán.
ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi ta.
ẹ tètè sọ̀rọ̀ wa ń gbọ́ yín.
owó tí sọ́ńgbà kan fún yín pé níta mú ìwà òfin ṣe bí mo ṣe rí bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ṣe tó lè bá public sọ̀rọ̀. so mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rí ìbẹ́ẹ̀ kan máa gbé níta mú ìwà bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ public òfin ṣe tó lè bá public sọ̀rọ̀. irú nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ ní ìsìtọ́ ní gbọ́n ní tí lọ́ọ̀yà kò kí n ṣe fún anybody ẹ̀ lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rọ bàbá kí bàbá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. so ipò yìí kan tí ẹ̀fọ́ ń bá wa yẹn wá sí orí péré fún public yìí he is not a public relation person at all he is not a name at all kọ́ máa gbé wá kó máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni ló kọ́ máa fi ba gbogbo nǹkan jẹ́.
nǹkan tó bá fọ́n sí ìlú nílùú máa ń gbọ́.
ó ti wá lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn nígbà kan tó ti wá tápò òní náà pé tí wọ́n bá ṣe pé àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ni àwọn fámìlì wọn kì í ṣe ọ̀dẹ̀ ipò tó bá ẹ̀yìn tó bá ṣe DNA tí William bá jọ ọmọ Mohbad gan ó sì gbọ́dọ̀ sọ ọkọ tó pa ọmọ àwọn fún un fún gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ bí tábàdé ń dúró lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nìkan àní lọ síwájú àní lọ sẹ́yìn akọ̀mọ̀ wà ní kí inú ojú kan ni so ìjọba ẹ̀yẹ pé kéde ká move forward ká lè mọ ọkọ̀ tá à ń ṣe bàbá wa ń jáde ẹwọ gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lánàá lórí àwọn tó sọ pé ọwọ́ public lawyer tẹ́gbẹ́ gbà àwọn public ìgò fúnra wa ní ìsinyìí ẹnu òkú láàrin ara wa so kí ni bí iṣẹ́ public lawyer.
ẹ wo kí bàbá fún wa nípò kí bàbá fún.
bàbá ò sáyìn fún public lawyer nígbà tí àwọn tẹ́sán fún ti fẹ́ gba public lawyer tẹ́ ń pariwo èyí náà lè máa bọ́ bàdé rè ẹ máa ń bọ́ bàlá rè.
bọ́dà láti ẹjọ́ nǹkan tí mi fẹ́ sọ tẹ́bá wọn bẹ ṣe lè kọ́ bá
Yomi ò mọ̀rọ̀ sọ bí Yomi ṣe máa ń bọ́kọ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ nílé náà nìyẹn wọ́n pariwo ogún lọ́wọ́ tẹ̀tẹ̀ bí wọ́n tẹ̀tẹ̀ bí máa súnmì ìdẹ́yẹn náà. ẹgbẹ́ ìyàwó ṣe ìwọ yìí máa jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
àwọn ará Nàìjíríà náà máa ń ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ ará Nàìjíríà ni.
ó wà mananes.
bọ́dà láti ẹjọ́ tó bá ṣe lè ní kọ́ńtàtì ọkọ Yínká kéèyàn béèrè pé kí nìkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan.
ọ̀rọ̀ Yínká gangan ló gbé mi wá mi ìbá má jáde lónìí rárá
Ẹgbà mi láyè láti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ má bínú.
So ọ̀rọ̀ Yínká ẹ̀ ló gbà mí ló gbé mi jáde. Mi ò plan láti ṣe show lónìí àtọ̀. Mi ò mọ̀gbà tí mo tẹ live chat. You know. Adénúgà.
Ẹ jọ. Ṣé mo lè sọ ọ̀rọ̀?
Yeah, báwo.
Ṣẹ́rí ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ kankan fún nǹkan tèmi máa sọ ni wípé anything nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ẹ má discuss ẹ lórí platform yìí. And again, kí wọ́n yọ Mr. Muyiwa àti Mr. Guresi because these people they are compromised. Mo mọ nǹkan tí mo ń sọ. Ní ìsinyìí wọ́n tún
Kí evidence tẹ́ni?
Nígbà ẹ wo ọjọ́ tí some days ago nígbà tí wọ́n gbé Mr. Yinka, Mr. Muyiwa was so happy ní platform Papariano àbí Papariazo. Ṣé ń get me? The man was so happy because mo kàn feel pé what kind of human
being evidence.
And again, sorry?
Tell evidence then.
Ẹ wo
kẹ́ tó lè ní ká yọ̀yàn ká yẹra fún yàn.
I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about because àwọn people yìí nǹkan tí wọ́n bá dé nǹkan tẹ́ bá ti lè discuss bóyá wọ́n lọ sọ fún àwọn tí wọ́n wà part of anti-justice. I don't know. And again, wọ́n ní ìsìn wọ́n tún ti ń plan bí wọ́n ṣe máa gbé ọba rọ̀ o. Wọ́n tún ti tẹ́bá tẹ̀ rí pé kò ní bàjẹ́ ṣe ń sọ ní tèmi platform. Tẹ́bá tẹ̀ rí plan tí wọ́n ti ní fún àwọn tó fẹ́ jáde fún justice ní next week. Tẹ́bá tiẹ̀ rí gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní àárọ̀ yìí ní tèmi platform tọ́tẹ̀ sí nípa ọba rọ̀ ni wọ́n máa lọ gbé next.
All right. Ẹ ṣé.
Bọ́dá láti ẹjọ́ má bínú. Ẹjọ́ mà. Bọ́dá láti ẹjọ́ má bínú. Ṣé rí ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ ibi tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ Múyìwá dé, á ti mọ̀, á ti gbà, á ti bẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé Múyìwá ò wà fún justice. Ìyẹn ti tó. Enough is enough. Á ti mọ̀ pé kò wà fún justice, á dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ nìyẹn. Ẹjọ́ kí ni nẹ́ẹ̀sì fún àwọn tí wọ́n mú? Kí ni nẹ́ẹ̀sì fún àyàmú? Exactly. Anybody after this one, anybody tó bá fẹ́ gòkè wá, ẹ má mú ẹnu bá ọ̀dọ̀ Múyìwá mọ́. Mo fi orúkọ Ọlọ́run bẹ̀ yín. Anybody tó bá gòkè tó bá mú ẹnu bá ọ̀rọ̀ Múyìwá máa jábọ́lẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ sọ náà ni ẹ má jẹ́ ká sọ pa ẹ̀mọ́. Àwọn tó ń gbé kí ni nǹkan ta fẹ́ ṣe? Ọba arọ tó tún yán pọ̀ kò fẹ́ lọ gbé kí ni nǹkan ta fẹ́ ṣe lé lórí. Because ó ti jẹ́ kó yọ apá wọn lórí gúrúùpù platform yẹn. Wọ́n wá against of justice for Mohbad. Kí ni nǹkan tó lọ ń gbé àwọn tó ń ṣe protest fún?
Ṣé kò tí wọ́n pé Wùnmí ò fẹ́ justice?
Kí ni dàpọ̀ kò fẹ́ justice fọ́kọ ẹ̀ nínà? Kò fọ́kọ́ sí ilé ẹ̀tún nínà.
Hold on.
Bọ́dà láti ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ ní WhatsApp nípa nǹkan tí mo sọ fún yẹn jọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Something need to be done.
So wọ́n bá ń fẹ́ fún wa sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo ní mo ti bá bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá. Mo ti pè ní àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tó ti pè wá sí show. So ìbò tí mi bèrè pé fún ìgbà àti ìṣẹ́ fún mi. Ní ìfàmìlìwá ní ọdún wọn bá fẹ́ tó ọ̀dà ọkùnrin àti àfẹ́ lánàá. Bọ̀ so wọn afẹ́ tí wọn pé kí n kàn bọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ tó kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ìfàmìlìwá àwọn tí yẹn ń ṣe wọ̀nyí. But mo wà sọ ní pé Múyìwá àti Gúrẹ́sì o àwọn méjèèjì ni o ti bàbá náà ṣe ń ṣe. Ẹ kò lè yí gbogbo ìmọ̀ ní pọ́bíkì àbá di ìfẹ́ òfin ọ̀rọ̀ wa. Ẹ ti ẹni tọwọ́ ọ̀dọ́ ẹjọ́.
All right.
Ẹjọ́ allow me acupuncture ẹjọ́ ẹ má bínú. I have. Sir.
No, you think those things are working for her? No. The reason why you felt like that is because you have integrity. Now I'm going to apply science in this. You have integrity. You don't want her to disgrace you. That is why your mind is cutting. That is why you feel so uncomfortable to leave that scenario. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So you see that if we are practicalizing it, but if we are going to the spiritual world, they will say, she's diabolic. That's to your own belief. If I am not that kind of person that she is, like I don't want to face her, I don't want her to rubbish me in public, I will leave. That does not make me a fool. You understand what I'm saying? So me, I don't believe in diabolic. I believe in, you know, I don't want to say Papariano is one of those that influenced me, but that has always been my belief. I don't believe in some things. I don't believe in Kayamata. If you have a good sex, it's a good sex. It comes with it with a beautiful face. You practice some nasty things with your friend, you enjoy. It's memory. It lingers in your brain. You want to have more with that same person or with some other person. So I don't believe in diabolic. That's for me, and that's for that.
Okay, let me say Kayamata is real, and some women are very demonic, some are diabolical, and some are from the spiritual world. You understand? So when people begin to tell them their stories, you are going to see, reason to understand life. The life itself is spiritual. There's so many people control the physical from the spiritual realm. So in that, the people can believe in that. I get the angle you're coming from, but to me, I believe ego, play a major role in relationship or in marriages, crashes these days. If someone is, for example, let's say you're a career woman and you get married to somebody probably who is not a career person, who wouldn't understand what being a career woman is. And, along the line, the reason why you married the person in the first place might not necessarily coming into play. Then the person will begin to, because people don't really understand something. There is a difference between marriage and wedding. Everybody loves the wedding. They love the razzmatazz, the glamour, that comes with this, the paparazzi. So, but after that wedding comes the marriage. Now, they now being submissive to be able to withstand what comes with the marriage is where the problem now lies. Like what Lolly Baby was saying the other time. We have people who have been married for 30 years, 25, 35, 40 years, and you ask yourself, how are these people doing it? How are they getting on? Look at our parents for crying out loud. We've seen people in the, in those days that you'll be seeing them together for 50 years, 45 years when they are telling you their stories. But these days, reverse is the case. But we still have people, the older generation.
Don't go there, supervise. You see our parents, miss. They are not enjoying the bad things that we are enjoying now. Don't, that's another topic for another day. That's another topic, and that's gonna be like a naughty topic. Don't go there. Our parents missed some things. Please come in.
I get the angle you're coming from. Sorry, hold on, vegetable, please, ma. I get the angle you're coming from, Lizzie. Yeah, everything is entering each other. It's all about love. It's all about relationship. Also, the thing is that I understand the angle you're coming from.
Okay, let me give you an example. I will be civil.
All right, go ahead.
Àwọn ọmọ mi wá, ṣé wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń pè ní kiss down low?
Okay, they might not know that.
Ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé èèyàn kan ń come? Ẹlòmíì inú ò mọ̀.
Yeah, that's true. But to me, those things are just fantasies. You understand? Those are not what keep marriage. Those things are just fantasies. The fun, the enjoyment, the traveling, the partying, all those things. To us of this generation, those are just fantasies. But you see, to those women of those days, they are very organic. When I mean the word organic, they prioritize the home fronts. They prioritize the home front. They are not all about the glitz, and the glamours. But you see, these days, we want to make everything together. We want to be a good wife with a spicy of, ashewo, which all African men loves, But it comes to a time, our ego comes into play. Let me give you a typical example of this ego I'm talking about. Let's assume your wife is a bank manager of a reputable bank here in the UK or over there in the US, and the man is just somebody who is just earning below the wife, let me say average of what the wife is earning. And, the wife, somehow, maybe the guy might say, oh, honey, you are not cooking, early in the morning again for me. And the wife will be like, I have to work, I have to do this, I have to rush down to this thing. Now this is where understanding comes into play. When there is understanding, both of them will know how to work this thing out in the home front. But when there is no understanding, ego will set in. Every man has ego. Now the woman will be like, the kind of work I'm doing now, how much I'm earning, this kind, and I can't fulfill those things for the home front. So who's going to be taking care of the kids at home? Here and there. This is where I'm directing my talk to. I understand that there is so many enjoyments in this let me say decade or century. But the truth of the matter is that organically, back then, our mothers, they enjoy, the true dividends of, marriage than today. Today I understand that there are so many things to be enjoyed. But when it comes to that, marriage thing, it's different from the wedding that we talked about the other time. So this is the angle I'm coming from. I'm not coming, from the angle of today's enjoyment that everybody is enjoying. I get that. So that is the angle I'm coming from, Lizzie Diamond.
Okay. No wahala.
So do you understand the angle I'm coming from now? Did you get that?
Yes. Yes. Our mothers and our fathers, like our mothers, they enjoy a lot of things that we women these days cannot take, because you can imagine a man marries like 5 wives and they will be in one house. And you feel that woman is happy. No, they are not happy, but they just want to pretend that, all is well. They have to go with the vibes, like, okay, they want to make this.
No. Zella, I will stop you there, man. You know why I will stop you? You all know the issue of what this young Nollywood actress is. Money play a major role these days. This young girl that is acting, I've forgotten the name, that is married to a senator now. Do you see her complain? It's the same thing about our mothers that you are still talking about. She's young, but she's married to a billionaire.
Our mothers has endurance. So you see, like I used to tell.
God bless you. God bless you.
Our mothers, and they are what they me. I don't tolerate. I won't lie to you. I act like Obanji. I act like one, and my mom is not like that. I keep looking at her. That, oh my God, I won't take that shit. So they have endurance.
Yeah, I understand you, Lizzie. It's good to act like Ogbanje, but at the same time, that sometimes, women are different and men are different as well too. That may be what you enjoy to spice up, because some ladies hate dull moments. Some ladies, they want you to be stable as a man, but at the end of the day, they want all this, they want you to be able to, spice their relationship up all the time. But some men are not like that. They are traditional men, who don't know about all those things. So sometimes it becomes so obvious that, everything seems bored in this marriage. But some men knows how to spice the women up, even if they don't have enough in their hand. So sometimes people do say, why do comedians marry the most beautiful wife? Why do video directors, people who are in the media, marries the most beautiful wife? Because they've channeled and they've understand, the arithmetic of how to make a woman happy. So sometimes through this journey of, relating to so many people, they already understood the assignment that, okay, I need to make this woman happy. Check out the comedians. Their wife are so beautiful. A comedian might be as, ugly as hell, but when you see the wife, you say, damn. So sometimes this thing plays out. But there are some people, they don't care about those things. All they just want is that they just want a good home. But the truth of the matter is that we still have the present old day women who are still like our parents of those days. Their tolerance level is 100%. Their respect is 100%. The home front is where they value the most, not things that happen or occurs on social media or outside or ASA or this thing. Meanwhile, some people, all their life, they live it on social media. I don't know, maybe you'll get to the point. These are part of the things that is actually causing the predicament in marriages these days. Social media is one of them. The things that we see, that we love, we want to replicate it at home, You know, we want the lady to be like this. We want the guys to be like this. So sometimes we accepting ourselves the way our mothers and fathers of those days used to accept themselves, you know, is now long gone. So that is the angle and area I'm coming from. So let's have a blessings of Vegetable Island now. Go ahead, ma'am.
Is it okay if I go blessing?
Go ahead, okay. Vegetable Island. I think. Go ahead.
I mean, you touched on, you know, this conversation is great. I think you've touched on so many things, and Lizzie said so many things. I think I've been on a live as well where Lizzie has talked about, has previously said, look, you know, not everyone finds love, and don't quote me on this, but I don't know if I may be wrong, Lizzie, by quoting you, but I remember you saying that a couple of weeks ago. And I remember you saying that, and I wanted to know why, and you've explained everything on here today. So it's really interesting to hear what you're saying, and it's true. And some, look, Lizzie just said it. She's not going to take some of this crap from some of these people. And I like the fact that she's not going to settle just because you want to have company. And I think that some women, my sister included, I think she's willing to settle just to have someone at the stage of her life now. I think we've talked about this before, Super Vibes. I've shared this with you about my two sisters that are still single, and they're much older than me. But also I think it's the age that we live in, where, like you said, Super Vibes, some of us women have our own careers, and we feel as though I don't have to put up with the stuff that my grandmother put up with. I don't have to, you know, I don't have to be under this roof because you're the only person who's got an income or you're the breadwinner. We're both breadwinners, or we're both having earnings. So society has allowed women to be more free and to be more picky in their choices, or not to put up with the crap that Lizzie's talking about. And I think that because of that, it's made it more difficult for certain men who expect tradition and culture to play a huge role in a relationship. I could be wrong, but that's just the way that I see it. I like the idea of traditional marriages. I think I'm in a traditional marriage, but having said that, I go to work, I earn my money, he earns his money, we have a joint account, no one feels insecure about anything. I want my husband to feel as though he's in charge. I like, not in charge necessarily, but I want him to be a man, okay, in the house. Even though I'm contributing financially, I like to respect my husband. I expect the same respect back. There are certain things that I do I work like night shifts in a way. I work from 4 a.m. until 7 a.m. And I rush back. I still take the kids to school. I'm on here most of the times in the day because I'm at home in the day. I clean the house, I cook, and I do all the washing because of the odd hours that I work. So I'm able to do those things. I want him to come home and the meal is ready for him because I like doing that stuff for him. I want to be that traditional wife. So those are just my standards. But I think that if my husband, if I work different hours, it might be slightly different. And I don't think my husband would expect me to do those things. That's where I think that sometimes things get a little bit clouded when someone expects you to do all the things I've just mentioned while you're also working a night shift and you might go to another shift in the morning. Do you know what I mean? And it's just not reasonable. And I think that we also need to consider those factors as well. But if my husband started speaking to me in a way that I think was disrespectful, or if he started disrespecting me, you better believe I'm not staying around here. Lolly mentioned it earlier, and I'm not putting up with that rubbish. Just because I feel, not because I'm confident financially, but just because I think that marriages shouldn't be like that. Marriage is about love, raising your children, creating memories, and having the ever after. Now, Super Vibes, you mentioned Regina Daniels. I think that's the lady that you were talking about. I know where you were going with that, but even her, she's still doing her acting thing. I know she's married to this guy I think he's a lawyer of the state or something in Nigeria, and he was educated here in the United Kingdom. And of course, he's got so much money. But I just think to myself, personally, I don't look at that relationship and think, oh, she's there for the money. I look at that relationship and say, she can earn her own money, but she wanted to be comfortable forever. I think that's what she wanted, while also being able to do what she wants to do. Most women that marry men like that and they settle, I don't think they'll be able to be as independent as she is. If you look at her Instagram and what she does on social media, most women that are married to a man like she's married to wouldn't even be able to do half the things that she does. But she's able to, and I'm talking about the way she carries herself. She's a beautiful, beautiful young girl. But I think marrying a man like that, who's conservative, I'm sure, and who's a professional, you are not going to be on Instagram shaking your bum. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in Nigeria it's a different culture. But personally, I can't see myself doing that. And I think she's able to do that because she's financially secure as well. I hope what I'm saying makes sense, Super Vibes. Do you understand where I'm going? But I know you're muted. But anyway, I think that, we can't look at these relationships and think that this is what I want, or that looks nice. You know, people mention Davido and his wife quite often, and oh, look at what she's doing. Look how she reacted when he cheated. I feel as though we can't compare. We can't compare because what we see and what is going on behind closed doors and in reality are two different things. People will go on social media and they will pretend as though their marriage is this best thing since sliced bread. As much as I come on here and tell you, marriage is work. And I think you mentioned this, Super Vibes. This is the reason why I came up. You said, you know, you have the glamorous wedding, you have the beautiful, day where all your friends and family are there, you look amazing, whatever. But the real marriage starts about, I would say not even the first year, about 3-4 years in, and you now have children, you now have your careers, and you just start to see this is the rest of your life now with this person. And trust me, marriage is not easy. It is not easy. I will come on here and I will tell you, my husband and I, like I always say, we love each other to death. And I still love him like I met him yesterday, him the same me. But my goodness, sometimes we have our ups and downs. And it's normal in a relationship. And in some ways, it's healthy. And the reason why that happens is because you are going through changes together. You're not a teenager anymore where you're going through changes alone and you can have these mood swings. No, now you've got these mood swings with this person who's also in your household, and they're going through their own changes as well in terms of what they want to do, perspectives of life. And that's where the cracks, not necessarily the cracks, that's where the arguments will start about maybe where you want to go. You start seeing things differently. Your children might start to make you feel as though, oh, am I missing out on certain things? And he might want to go off and, do his own thing, like, I don't know, go swimming or go traveling or, go out partying. And you're not at that stage where you want to do that. You might want to stay at home with the kids. So marriage is really, really hard work. And anybody who tries to pretend to you that it is perfect or it is Instagram-like is not telling you the truth. It's just not true. I think what keeps a marriage going is, for me, I can only talk about myself. I can't, I don't know about anybody else, is that when me and my husband are not getting along, at the end of the day, we always come back and say, look, I disagree with this, but at the end of the day, we just have to say sorry and just try and move on, because it'll be a continuous thing, and we're trying not to hold grudges, and we're trying to come to some sort of conclusion. I like to sort things out. I like to, if we argue about the children or if we argue about the choices that we've made that haven't gone right, I like to admit that, okay, I haven't done this correctly, or he hasn't done something correctly, and finding a solution as to how we can move on and not ponder in this argument for too long. So that works for me. Sometimes my husband can be a bit stubborn and decide, whatever, I'm just going to go to bed, but it's very rare. And I think also keeping your marriage spicy is a very important thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I like working out. I like feeling good. I like looking good. When I had my children, I really struggled to sort of get used to being a working mom and also feeling good about myself. But it's not just for my husband, it's for me. When I feel good, we feel good in the house, including the children. So I always, I like to dress up, I like fashion, cheap fashion. I'm not an expensive girl, but I could be in my house all day. But as long as I look and feel good, everybody feels good. And my husband, I think, appreciates that I actually make an effort. That really works in our relationship. And he's exactly the same. My husband always try and look his best. And we have date nights quite often, which again is really healthy and keeps things, sort of like fresh. And which is why I love him like I met him yesterday, because we've never just not had dates. We've never sort of gone downhill in terms of how we take care of each other or ourselves even. So I find that works for me and my husband, but others may think differently. But honestly, I feel as though if you don't look after yourself and you don't take care of yourself, you become unhappy with yourself and you can have problems in your relationship. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what I wanted to say about that, Super Vibes, and I'm going to mute.
Yeah, that was it. Super Vibes, please, I want to ask Vegetable Island a question, please. Am I allowed?
Go ahead, ma. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was a good submission Island. But the thing is that with what you've explained, when the woman does everything for the husband, like you go to work, you come back, you do the housekeeping thing, you make sure everything is okay in the house, you make the food. Right? If you are working and the man is working. But the thing in my own case, like even when you're doing those things, the man does not appreciate like what you're doing. Even when you struggle to do all of that, you get the kids from school, you still do your thing as that old wife thing, like you don't even look at it at all because this man is working and I'm working. I won't do anything in the house. I'll wait for him to come back before we can do it together. No. But when you even do those things, it's just that the man should even appreciate what you are doing, to even say, oh, thanks, baby. Thanks for the thing you're doing. That thing gives you more strength to want to do more. But when this man keeps killing your vibes, like he sees you like you're doing nothing, like, oh, isn't that what you're supposed to even do? So why would I even tell you, oh, thank you for what you've been doing and all of that? And even on top of it, the man will still come and abuse you and say words that you don't even want to, that you cannot even take, like makes you want to go crazy. So that's what I want to say.
Yeah. That's a very, before Vegetable Island, you will answer the question. That's a very deep one. Don't make it like a female thing alone. I want Vegetable Island and Lizzie Diamond Blessing and Lolly Baby to answer that question in both sides, both to the men and both to the women. Thank you.
Right. So, again, I can only go off, by my experience. The reason why I continue to do what I do, Zellas, is because, and the reason why I'm still quite conservative and traditional in my house is because my husband appreciates the fact that I do as much as I do and work full time. He does little gestures, like, for example, on a Friday, he'll get me wine. He will say to me, oh, we're going out on a date night on Saturday. I've booked for somebody to look after the kids tomorrow. And those are his gestures of saying thank you. He'll say to me, oh, look, Allegra, do you want to look at holidays, for example? Because, you know, you don't want to keep doing this. You must be really tired. So it's about appreciating the other person for what they're doing. And that's his way of acknowledging that he knows that I'm doing a lot. And I think because he acknowledges it, I don't even see it as though I'm doing the traditional things. I know he knows what I'm doing. But I get what you mean. When somebody doesn't appreciate what you're doing and they don't acknowledge the hard work that you're putting in and you're working full time to try and keep the household going, then it will not motivate you to want to do the things that you're doing, to go above and beyond. So yeah, if somebody's treating you that way or they are saying they expect you to do those things, that's different. Now you're trying to abuse me. I'm sorry to say, but I think that there's using and abusing and there's expectations that is just, that becomes a bit out of order. And that's what we don't want. We want people that, even if my husband, look, sometimes my husband picks up the kids and say, you know what, don't worry, I'll pick up the kids tonight. Don't worry about it. Like little things like that. If somebody does that, they're acknowledging. But if my husband ever tried to do things that, or give me the impression that he expects me to do things that I do, I'll be having words with him. I will. Because what will happen is he will expect and he'll be rude to me and it will continue and it might get worse. So you need to put a stop to that as soon as your husband starts giving you the vibes that he expects you to do that anyway. That's just my opinion, though. Obviously, you have to do what's best for your household, and don't go back to your husband tonight and start saying, you know what, I've had enough of you. I think it's just about communication. That's just my opinion, and I'm going to mute.
You want me to speak?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. The same thing like my sister just explained now. You know, like me too, I work like full time and I have kids and I have so much to do. I have to cook, clean, the same thing that she's saying. And I have to take my kids sometimes. Like yesterday, I have to take my son to therapy. As soon as I get home, left here, I have to go to the store and buy something. And I have to rush back home and try to take my son to therapy. And then when I come back, I have to cook dinner and I have to clean up and I have to, sometimes I sleep late. And then my husband appreciate that. And we both help each other. And when he traveled for like a couple weeks ago, he always tell the kid, like, you guys need to appreciate your mom, that what she's been doing for us. Like I take them I have to work like a couple hours that time. So I have to drop them in school. Then I have to come back to work. Then when I get up, I have to go pick them up in school. Then one of my sons said neither one plays soccer and then the other one he doesn't play soccer no more. The other one plays sports like a running. Then I have to take 2 kids back home and I have to go get the old one later, like around 6 o'clock. Then I have to bring it back home and I have to cook. Then, you know, ladies, we do so much. By the time we clean and cook and everything. And the men need to appreciate us. So my husband always appreciates, and he always tell the kids, like, you need to thank for your mother is taking care of all of us. And then we appreciate men too, because I appreciate him too, because my middle one plays soccer and he go for sport like 6 days a week, 45 minutes every day. So he do that sometimes. He do that so many times, and I do it sometimes too, to assist when he doesn't have no time. So we both need each other and we help each other, and then we both appreciate each other. So if men have to appreciate ladies and ladies have to appreciate men, and that thing make work for marriage to be successful. And, you know, and I know like we have to use this thing, like everybody that they need to get married in future, to be just use it for like advice. So men need to appreciate ladies and ladies need to appreciate men. And men, please don't use that thing to be rude to the lady. We need to be like a pamper sometimes. All the time, we need to be pampered.
So, and then you make us to be happy too, to be enjoy and appreciate our husband. And that's why so many people doing it, but some ladies don't appreciate, and some men don't appreciate ladies too. But I think we need to change so we can appreciate more. Our parents in the olden days, they are going through a lot. Sometimes, our parents, they can't say nothing. When the husband say don't say nothing, they don't say nothing. Instead, they make a little bit money. They have to get their, and they have to tell our husband before they use the money. On the holding day. But nowadays, when you're doing joint together, you both work together, you both understand, and then you both know how to spend the money. And it doesn't mean because you're doing both and you are paying bills that you don't enjoy yourself. You still enjoy yourself and buy things and travel and, and know how to straighten your house. And that's what I can tell. So he's a good man out there and a good lady, and marriage life is good, but it's not easy. But sometimes we can make it easy for each other. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Go ahead, Blessing. Go ahead, ma. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was a bit distracted since I've been cooking, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, we'll be calling you for a while, but we know probably.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So what was the question? So I will know how to make my own contribution.
Okay, where we started from is this. We said, what out of these four things, what are those things that lead to one of them that do lead to relationship breakup, marriage breakup easily? We talk about ego, lack of respect, lack of finance. I forgot the fourth one, but okay, that's by the way. Then we now talk about the older generation and the new generation. The love in those days is more of organic love than today, because of many things that is happening around us these days. Maybe the advent of social media and things like that is not making people to truly be in love, but there is still love out there. So on this platform where we are now, we have about one or two people who have been in marriage for like 20-something years.
Oh, wow.
Happily married. Yeah, happily married with kids. And we have people who, not here, but outside, have been to a wedding that we got Ashwebi. I have to travel from Liverpool to Joburg in South Africa. We bought four Ashwebi, very expensive one. And the marriage didn't last 3 months.
Oh, wow.
3 months, the marriage didn't last 3 months. So, and we've seen scenario whereby people just get married and without them having the normal marriage, and they have kids. And at the end of the day, they later got married and they have about 6 kids and they are happily married.
Yeah.
So we are just trying to say there is no monopoly to these things, that sometimes you might just meet your loved one anywhere. Love at first sight might happen, and you people will just be married forever. And you might be dating somebody for so long, and it will not happen. Currently, as I'm talking to you now, I have somebody who is a family member who has been dating this guy, in California for, let me say, 9.5 years.
Wow.
And to date, they are not married yet.
And they are still dating.
And they are still dating, my sister. And so these are the things that we're just, talking about. This person is getting older. Even the pastor of our church keep advising her, get somebody married. She still keep waiting for that, other guy. So these are the areas
she loves him.
Yeah, I know, Lady Tonya.
And the guy is using her to find the one that
using her to find the one it really. Yes.
Maybe, we don't know. I'm not there. I don't know the mind of the guy as well. But 9.5 years is so long.
9.5 years. If you will have kids for like, a kid's supposed to be from maybe 7 years now, 8 years. Then what is she still doing in the relationship? No.
Sometimes you don't understand people, but when people say some things, it looks like fiction to you. You be like, this cannot be real, it's fiction.
Yeah.
But things are happening out there.
Wow.
Things are happening out there. But we will be looking at it like, this can only happen in the
Sometimes I
movie.
feel it's the fear to start all over again for someone that will love you, that will probably love.
Sister Blessing, it should have. Maybe I wish she left that guy for like 2 years back. She would get another person maybe 1 year after, for instance, a year after. Of course.
See, but the thing is, the fear to leave, to make that decision to leave first. You know, because she's getting older, she thinks she doesn't have that kind of, that brings men. You understand what I'm saying? Then she'll stay there now and start telling the guy, when are we doing this? And the guy will be like, oh, let's wait for this.
Give me time, give me time.
Is that this guy is using her to wait for someone that he will probably meet in the future to settle down with. Because if this guy is seeing a wife material in her or someone that he thinks that he can settle down with, I'm telling you, would have done it long time ago. But
let me bless you, Madam Blessing.
Hold on.
God bless you.
One guy, we went to the wedding. They get married today. We spend a lot of money, like you say, at Ashwebi. They married today, they divorce the next day. What about that? And then they're not married together no more, but they're still going out together.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Is this so?
Wow. This one?
Sometimes
Hold on. This one is a crazy one.
This one is a crazy one.
We will spend a lot of money.
Lolly baby, please, I'm coming. They fell in love, they got married, they fell out of love, they dismarried, and they are still going out.
I've not heard this before.
I've never heard this first time.
So when they see, let me tell you, they still go out together, but they divorce.
Yes, it's possible.
Wow.
And the lady
is not a madness.
And she's in the US. So I'm just to let you know, it happens like that sometimes.
No, it happens. Some people are meant to be friends. They are meant to be friends. And I think sometimes, let me use the naughty word. When it's illegal, it's sweeter, when you are, like when maybe I come and sneakingly see you, some people like it like that. So by the time they come closer, they want to surrender themselves to each other. They feel too comfortable. So I don't know, maybe they don't, maybe they don't appreciate each other anymore. I really don't know how it happens. But I've seen people that they divorce and they, started dating each other. Then I've seen where a married woman, oh my God, became a girlfriend. He now became a girlfriend to his husband, to her husband rather. It's possible.
Yeah, I have another girl too. She's my friend. She's my friend. They married. The marriage doesn't last for 1 year, and then they divorce, and they are best friends, and they're still going out together. They say, I think they like it like that, and they're still going together up to now.
I think Lolly baby or Lizzie, I think the problem is this: some people are meant to just end up as a friend.
Yeah.
No. I mean FUCK friend.
Oh, they are still doing the group behind closed doors. Nice.
Yes, they are still doing the do.
Yeah. She told me that when they get married, they argue.
That's why I said sometimes when you sneak, when it's illegal,
they fine, they're happy,
and
they like it.
Yeah, when it's illegal, it's sweeter. Like when it's illegal, okay, let me, those are part of the fantasies. Maybe, that's why you see some crazy couples, like if they are crazy partners, they have the comfort of their beds, they want to try some crazy things, and say, let's do it.
Yes.
Maybe your lover is calling you.
Maybe your man don't want you to say something like that.
Okay. Let me, Lizzie, let me add this one. According to Seun Kuti, the guy was saying something last week or last 2 weeks. Let me add this one. This one is very rampant now. To those who are in the know, There are so many married couples now who do threesome, who do foursome, and it's very, very rampant. And I think they try to spice up their marriage because of probably maybe the wife or the husband might feel like, okay, eating the same food over and over and over again is becoming so much boring. What do you have to say about that one, too?
Anyway, fantasy is fine. I agree with mixing ogbono and egusi. Have you tried that mixture? I like it. It's nice. But me, I will not do that one. But for some people, I heard. You see, let me tell you. Somebody is saying men are dogs. Now I will tell you. Can you get me a German dog? So that is how crazy somebody like me can be. So some fantasies is, there are men, like, people want to try so many things. They want to.
Lizzie, when you say mixing ogbono and egusi, can you elaborate on that?
Mixing ogbono and egusi, or you want to eat okra, you eat okra today, you eat egusi tomorrow, you eat afang next tomorrow. I know somehow nature can be funny, but too much exposure is not good, because by the time you start, okay, let me give you an example. You want to play with your partner, playing, on the bed. You might just say, okay, let's try. Aniki Shaya was saying something one day. She was the washing machine. Money yanye. All on that Jida woman. That is like something that came to my brain. Like, wow. You understand what I'm saying? It never even occurred to me. But sometimes you just want to try crazy thing. Maybe you have your house has balcony, you and your partner, you are sitting down, and people are there. You just want to try, you want to try magic and say,
let me buttress your point, Lizzie. Crazy SES are always the best in marriage. You both need to be naughty and crazy. In that way, you become best of buddies. Let me be sincere with you. If you are the type that you are traditional and you are just, what do they call this one? There is something they call this style, missionary, that you are just traditional missionary. It might affect your marriage. You understand? But when you are very naughty, crazy, every black man all around the world wants you to be devoted, committed, and want you to have a bit of ashewo spices in you, because that ashewo spices is what spices.
It depends on the man or the woman. See.
Yes, so the man said go. The man said go.
Sorry, I have to cut it short there. Super vibes. Let me tell you. I feel if you are the type that like kinky sex, go for a partner that likes it too.
Of course.
You understand? There are men that you try to do to
they
be
will
naughty.
tell you are too spoiled.
They will tell you are too spoiled. Where did you learn this thing from?
Yes,
you understand?
that is the truth.
So you go for the type that that suits your kind of.
Go for a man that will take that is mad like you. Don't put it that way.
That sometimes time. That's why I said time, and that's why I said something about breaking rules. And you are the one that make it. You see those men. Have you dated somebody or have you been with somebody that will say he does not like something? And some years after, you will see that guy doing it to somebody else. What he claimed. That's I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, am I making sense? I don't eat fish. I don't eat fish. Maybe after 6 years, somebody now make him to eat fish. And he will eat it, lick plates. That's why I said, if you say he does not like funky good, I think maybe time. There are some things I don't like too. Then with time, I don't want
time. Just because of you have that love for that person will make you to do those things.
Maybe not. Maybe my time for realizing it came. And that is why I said growth comes in. Maybe it's even me that one day, and imagine it. I have an example of what I'm talking about. There was a time, somebody wanted to practice something with me. I didn't like it. I tried to understand, okay, what is the fun about this thing, But I can't even picture or remember how I get used to that thing. And it's not through that person.
So that is why I said, if that person said he does not like, he does not like, I agree with you. For the moment they know the sweetness in that thing that you are talking about, let me tell you another fantasy. Sometimes watching somebody can be, okay, let me give you an example. Maybe you're watching a movie, not a blue film, I mean, like maybe like Bridgerton. If you watch the movie Bridgerton, it's all about, it's like an ancient movie, but it has to do with, they complemented it with sex and love. It's about genuine love, how love used to be in those days. Now, that movie now tells me that kissing down low has even been in existence long time ago. It's just that our share Jasini. So this thing that we are talking about is
True. I support what you're saying, Lizzie. Let me just add it to what you're saying. There are some traditional African men, from all countries in Africa. They don't like getting down, using their tongue on women, getting down. They see it as very irritating. You understand? But now, one of those men, who is a traditionalist, now meets a very young girl that he fell in love so with, and the girl said, "This is my charm. This is what I love the best." And this man said, "I'm a traditionalist. I don't do that. I'm so rooted in my culture." And this lady said, "No, if you can do that for me, I don't even enjoy, you banging, do blah blah blah. This is what I enjoy the most." And the man has to succumb to this thing, and before you know it, the man got addicted with this thing, and he loves it. You understand? So sometimes I'm just trying to buttress Lizzie that I'm on point. Sometimes, do we really know exactly what we like or what we don't like until we meet the right person? The right person can actually change our perspective about something. And before you know it, you get used to that thing, you get addicted to that thing, and that is it. You are home. I've seen situations whereby some people will say, "Oh, me, I'm just a woman of my own. Just let whatever we want to do, let's have it here." And there are some guys that they are so crazy. The way they are crazy in love is the way they are crazy for them having that, sexual stuff. And anywhere they can have it, in the car, in the garage, on the chair, wherever they can have it. And, the lady might be like, "I'm not this kind of person." But because you are with that person that you truly love, and you can see that genuinity of love in that man, you will even be even more bigger and better and know how to do than the man as time on wings. Now, this is the situation.
In fact, you might even watch it on television.
Exactly.
Accidentally. Sometimes those things come to your brain accidentally.
Mm-hmm. And you know one thing again, when you have too much money, you crave more for this thing we're talking about. You know why? Because sometimes too much money come about with loneliness. You are all in your palace drinking wine. You watch something small on your phone or TV, you become so horny. I'm being serious. You just become to feel so horny. And probably you are the type that your husband is a politician or he used to travel a lot. All these things, there will be so many things that will begin to ring in your head. Now, you are not used to that thing. But luckily for you, you meet somebody who is so used to that thing, and the person begin to teach you and begin to turn your head on. Before you know, you get acquainted with that thing, and you might even be badder than that person that was teaching you. So sometimes we don't truly know what we all wanted until we are in that situation. I do tell people one thing. See, when we're growing, our fantasies about men, women, used to be different. Some like tall women, with a big backyard, this one, that one. The same thing goes with the ladies. They want broad chest, they want this, they want that. Some like fair, some like black. We just have all these fantasies. But
Bible and Quran ọbẹ
ẹ kó àtàrọ sà.
àwa nìyẹn ẹ ó dọ̀nù ìyókò wà bí Isa